Yes, there is a bed there.
Death to the bed.
We're all doomed.
It's a bed that eats.
Alrighty, so, Bolton. Because the bed failed its stealth check, you heard it creak as it stood up to pounce on you. You spent your turn standing up, if I remember right, because you had
Yep.
only a move action. And you're starting right in with the bed's turn. The bed fluffs open its covers, and you see a horrible maw within.
Lovely.
And it tries to wrap you up in the sheets. Of course it does.
Of course.
Straight off the bat. Why not?
That does not confirm, though.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, it does hit, so...
That does not beat my CMD.
It doesn't?
Oh, I didn't update on the... Yeah, the Vindicator Shield applies to that. I guess I never updated it on there.
Ah, perfect. Right.
You want me to do that now, or...?
As in, well, once you've been hit, it's
Yes, the Vindicator Shield goes away. I'm not sure if it... I'm not sure how that applies when it's the
Well, you're going to
part
be
of the attack.
You're going to be taking damage as well.
Yes.
So.
Well, I would presume if it's
the-
part of the attack originally made, it's like if it still counts because it's still in the same moment, like it's being expended as it's hit.
All right. In that case, it fails to wrap you up in the sheets, but you still take the 47 bash.
Yes.
It slaps your ass.
And I need to turn my volume down. Ouch.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I apparently cannot edit my token. I changed my AC back to what it should be.
That may be because...
You don't have permission.
Right now.
Nope.
Really? Big ownership. Simandro. All right. What should your AC be now?
40.
And that takes your flat-footed down as well?
Yes.
Okay. 40, 50, and 39, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. Gorazin.
Howdy.
You hear a thump and a muted shout from the next room.
I stand up from a chair, or the bed rather.
Yeah, you were sitting on the edge of the bed. As you said, you're currently cleaning your guns, so they are they're both sitting disassembled on that side table beside the bed.
Okay, where are you from that guns are disassembled before you clean them? That's not cleaning a gun, that's disassembling the gun. You do not take apart, especially an old-fashioned gun, you don't take it apart to clean it.
From both ends. Your guns do have a breach that you need to clear of soot and grime.
Which is what the breach clearer is for.
Yes.
Actually, old guns, you did need to take them apart to clean them properly.
Not like that. Fair enough.
Anyways, you can
piece?
reassemble either one with a full round action. But for the moment, all you've heard is "Roar!" from the next
Alright,
room.
well, all my guns are disassembled that badly.
You know what? Ring of Prestidigitation would save you all this trouble.
Well, that's something I don't have the money to spend.
It costs 500 gold.
Don't have the money to spend.
Carry on.
Yes, I think my ring slots are full. guess so. Also, reason just press a digit. Oh, it would just clean them automatically. That's what you're going for. Anyway.
Yep.
Or just get prestidigitation added as an effect to your gun.
Yeah, also that's actually more expensive.
No, it'd just be $750. Make a gun that cleans itself.
My shit gun. Alright, hold on. You said all my guns are disassembled in the lane before me, forward action to fix them. I'll just reassemble my blunderbuss sign.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a full round action. I put it together, and there you go.
All right.
Better fucking be important.
Alton.
Random question: is the fact that mimics are intelligent a thing of general knowledge, or need to roll to know that?
You will need to roll to know that since it hasn't previously come up.
Right. Okay. What knowledge check do you want?
If I remember right, mimics are...
They're aberrations, I believe.
Then that would... There we go. Aberrations, dungeoneering.
Alright, that's just a straight in check then.
Are you trained in it?
No, I always forget about that. Damn it. Oh well.
Bards can do knowledge untrained, but
Yeah.
most others can't.
Damn. Okay. Then there will be no talking.
As far as you know, this is a bed attacking you.
Yes, a bed has just gotten up and attacked me. Oh boy.
Welcome to
Alright.
D&D. That sort of shit just kind of happens.
Yep.
Oh
Now-
god, I'm not the only one that happens to.
As expected, I'm going to attack the bed.
Death of the bed. Yeah.
I don't think I have anything changing my normal attack right now. Nope, doesn't look like it. Hit!
That lands. Please make me a reflex save.
Right, yeah, adhesive. Where's that? There it is.
You notice that your sword kind of sticks to the surface of the thing, but you manage to pull it away.
Can I keep hitting it? Now for my enchantment of speed attack, so another full BAB iterative.
You take another chunk out the side. Reflex.
Do.
You'd eat your sword.
Your sword
Nom, nom, nom,
digs
nom,
in,
nom.
but fails to get pulled loose. It is
Damn.
now stuck in it.
Well, I'm still in a full attack action here.
Start bashing with your shield, or
Not actually familiar with the mechanics for a shield bash since I didn't build around it.
okay. Well, it draws an AO. Oh wait, no. Here's the rules. You
Actually,
lose your
what's-
shield bonus to AC when you shield bash, unless you have improved shield bash. It's considered an offhand attack unless you're not. Well, you technically already attacked with one attack, so this would be, two-handed weapon penalties and all. Heavy shield counts as a one-handed weapon. Light shield counts as a light weapon, I think. Yeah, light weapon because you can't bash with a buckler. So yeah, you can go ahead. You'll just take major penalties to hit.
And
It
lose
might
the
also
AC
get stuck,
bonus.
and you lose its AC bonus till next turn. Yes.
Or,
Or,
I just want to put this out there. Yes, doing a shield bash like that, doing a shield bash without improved shield bash will draw an AOO, but you're wearing armor, right? All
Yes.
suit of?
yes?
You have gauntlets.
Yes,
They
I
can
do.
not be stuck to something, but they only do D4 strength mod.
He's telling you to punch it.
Yeah, I'm okay with doing it.
Punch it.
Yeah, okay, I was just double checking the enchantment on that. Okay, yeah, let's punch it. What is my attack roll with just a punch?
-5 from your normal one, unless you have something special going on, like weapon focus.
Don't believe I do, so that's just a plus 15 then.
Yeah, unless you like magicked up your gauntlets. That's just gauntlets.
And
Punch.
D4 plus strike mod?
Yes. Unless you have improved your armor with spiked gauntlets.
And
No.
enchanted the spikes.
They are adamantine, though.
Alright.
And the fourth attack, which would be a plus 10. Hooray, flow rolls.
Hey,
Also, that was
it's
coming from your
non-zero.
muscle, and you know it.
Anything else while still on your turn?
Garazin, get your ass in here!
I'm coming, I'm coming. Is there always something stinking?
Okay, let's see here. The bed
Evil bed.
tries to trap you between itself and the wall. Doesn't have these boxes anymore. That does not land.
Hooray!
Hooray.
And that does not succeed. Iteratives. No such luck. And double checking the terms of this. For the last one, it's not going to try to hit you, just get you in a wrestle.
Fun.
Of course.
It gets itself
There's
in a
egg
wrestle.
on its sheets.
Okay, I stand up with my gun now fully fixed.
You are
I
disprone.
step. Do I see something to shoot?
No, the curtains are closed.
Those are curtains.
This is a wall. This is a curtain.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna move over to it, and then I'm gonna try and move into it, and then I discover Fulton wrestling a bed, and that's my
Yes,
turn.
you stand up, walk over
Fulton,
there.
why are you insulting the bed?
Brushing the curtains aside is not going to take you a move action like opening a door.
You can shoulder curtains aside.
Fulton, why be you wrestling the bed? Why is it wrestling back?
Besides
Look out at
that,
his
it's
teeth.
eating my sword.
Yeah, I can tell.
It is far too blasé an attitude for this situation.
Dude, I'm an adventurer at level 17. I've seen some shit.
Fulton.
Okay, can I do this as a move action yet? I can't.
Retrieve your sword? Or move?
Well, yes, I'm gonna be trying to retrieve my sword.
Try to retrieve it.
Yes, as in grab and pull.
Okay. That is a steal maneuver.
Really?
It's technically in its possession.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
As long as your sword's made of advantage, it's not
Jesus.
going to take any worse for wear from me shooting at the thing.
I have not done a steal maneuver in a while.
Steal. As a standard action, you can attempt to take an item from a foe. You must select the item before you make the check on them. Items held in the hand are a disarm, not a steal, naturally. If you don't have improved steal, it draws an AOO.
So, yeah.
If your attack is successful, you may take one item from your opponent. You must be able to reach the item that is described. Subject to GM discretion, yeah, your sword's totally in reach.
Yeah, that's a standard action, right?
It is.
Alright, and before that, I'm going to take a move action to activate my Stigmata.
Okay.
So it's bleed damage equal to half my class level. So 4 bleed damage.
Just how hard did you punch that thing?
Heh.
I press the bleed button and nothing pops up.
Oh, press the plus button. That lets you set the current blade level.
Oh, right. Yeah.
bleed applies the bleed damage.
So it hasn't applied it yet. I have to apply it when I activate it. And I will apply the bonus to, let's see. Screw it, let's put it to armor class. So I now have a +4 bonus to my AC. That is
Roger
a
that.
sacred bonus, yeah. And of course there's blood dripping through his gauntlets now.
Oh, how'd you hit the thing again?
Hey, that was my joke.
I stole it.
Right, and now combat maneuver. Base attack bonus plus strength plus nothing else, okay.
Then, you know, the AOL.
Oh,
it's
that's an
actually
easy roll then.
with.
It's very nice and round.
28 does not manage it.
Damn.
So it does slap you for your trouble.
Yep.
Here's the AOO. To no effect.
Ha.
I could just leave you two in this room for a while, and sooner or later someone would win.
Just
Probably
shoot
you
the
by
damn
punching it.
thing.
I don't know. I want to see you punch a bed to death. Hold on. Let me get comfortable.
Alright. Bed forgoes beating you into submission and just tries to wrestle you to the ground.
Pray it doesn't succeed, because I want to start shooting it, and that's not going to be pleasant for anyone.
46.
That definitely hits my CMD.
Well, shit.
Alrighty.
I mean, it went up, but only by 4, so.
Alrighty. Grozin. Fulton is suddenly wrapped up in the covers and is now apparently just standing up, but still in the bed with the sheets tucked in and all.
Which knowledge did you say I could tell if this was a mimic or not, and if they're intelligent?
Dungeoneering.
Yeah, I have that trained.
And Fulton. However, its turn is not done.
Oh, I got a
Now that
36
it-
on this one.
Now that it has you all wrapped up, it is going to attempt to make a quick drag.
This thing leaps out the window with you. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Well, that's why I
with
just
your
start bursting out the level 6 spells.
with your penalty to Dex due to being grappled, I think that succeeds.
It'd succeed anyway.
His
Alrighty.
CMD isn't actually all that great.
No, it isn't.
It
With the
dodges
shield
out
shield
the
strength,
window.
it is, but
You either have to have one stat that's amazing, like he has to pour everything into strength, because Con's weird. It doesn't apply to CMD unless you get a feat. Yeah, he did just leap out the window with you.
yeah, well,
Aw, min for falling damage. Both you and the mimic take that.
I
Wait,
always
the
forget.
bed.
I always forget if falling damage is affected by DR.
No,
It is not.
it's
No
magical squish
environmental
damage.
damages.
Magical squish damage. Doesn't matter
Alright,
how tough you
it's
are,
now
you got
out
squished.
in the courtyard. Gerazin,
The bed
you
just take my
successfully
friend and leap
realized
out the
that
window.
you successfully realized that was a mimic that just took your friend and scarpered.
Son of a bitch. Get your ass back here! I follow it. My 2d6, I think it is, of leaping out a window deliberately.
Are you trying to get onto the patio or the ground?
I probably can't make the full jump to get to the ground. We'll start off with the patio. It's an easier jump anyway. You want my acrobatics?
Yeah, otherwise it'd take you a full round in order to get through the window without stumbling across the broken glass.
Well, I'm good at that, so
Oh yeah, you nimbly hop out through the window onto the patio. See Fulton in the bed in the courtyard below.
Okay, what do I got to stop this thing? Got a couple things to stop it. I don't want to have to use all of them. Let's start with the easy stuff. Just need to see how this works. Make sure I'm not insane. Okay. Blunderbuss, half damage. Problem is, its reflex save is so low. It's no. The reflex save to beat it is so low. And I am not using the one greater burrowing bow that I have. I've been saving for Captain. What do I have that can stop this thing?
I'm perfectly okay with you shooting it.
No, you're not. You'd be dead. Okay, you wouldn't be dead in one shot, but like you're gonna take about the same amount of damage he's taking, and well, I don't know how much MP that thing has, but it might be more than you, in which case you die. I don't know if you want that. Alright, here we go. I've got something I can do. I'm going to load a slug, not a cone.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a shot at its legs.
Its legs?
Wait, it has 4 legs, doesn't it? God damn it, never mind. Well, no, it only... Damn it, this only knocks it prone, doesn't slow it at all. Doesn't have arms with which to hold him, so I can't make him drop it.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is annoying.
And it has no discernible anatomy at the moment.
Yeah, no. Well, there is one thing I could do. I have to get in front of it to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be faster than me. There's no way it's not faster than me. What I'm gonna have to do is hit it with a flare, a tracer bullet, I think, to start off. Because even if it theoretically gets away from me, a bed that glows is a very easy thing to find. And if it turns into something else, it's not gonna stop glowing.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna put in a slug, the tracer bullet, and take a shot at it. So let's see. I am currently... Let's see.
+1 bullet, no damage because of pale glow, as per Fairy Fire. Lasting for D4 rounds.
Yep. He is technically in full. Assuming that hits the bed. He's within 30 feet, so I get the +1 to hit. So
Yeah. Yeah, that hits.
And I'm not gonna 5-foot step onto it, so that's my turn.
You'd need
Thunk
a full
tracer,
move
yeah.
action to vault over the railing anyways.
Alright, well, my turn's effectively done then. I moved to here, shot a tracer around. Done.
Bolton, you are wrapped up in some dreadfully damp sheets.
I think I'd rather get out of these.
Smart man.
No.
Use the stigmata!
Well, I
I have
have
no idea how it
stigmata.
works.
No, actually, it's kind of funny. CMB and CMD are some of the things it specifically does not affect. You know, for all my tongue grappling, and especially with, Varg, I don't know the rules that well for grappling. It's annoying.
So, there is fortunately a nice chart for being grappled.
Oh, good.
Let me
Where
just
does
link
being
you?
eaten by a bed sit on it?
Same way it sits on if you're being grappled by a person or your giant ooze or anything. It doesn't matter what is grappling you
Yeah,
so much as
I
what
was being
limbs are
facetious.
involved, if any.
The bottom half of this chart is relevant to you.
Yes.
You can try to gain control of it by making a CMB check.
You're
You
not going
can
to win
try
that
to
one.
break free so you can act normally, or you can do anything that doesn't require both hands. While you're grappled, you've got a
Doesn't
minus 4 to
require
your
both hands.
dex. You can't take AOs or move, and a minus 2 on attack rolls and CMB checks, except those to grapple or escape grapple.
Oh, oops.
You know, with the rolls that it had for its CMB, I don't really want to bother trying to cast a spell while grappled, because I'm pretty sure it'll fail.
Before I forget, 4 rounds of the Fairy Fire Tracer round thing.
Yep.
Sorry, go on.
So yeah, attempting to break free. What is my... Where the fuck is this?
Just looking for combat maneuver?
Yep.
There is one
There
on the
it is.
campaign tab, near the top.
Oh, is there?
Combat maneuver. Right beside reference attack.
Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay. Value for moment bonus.
Do you have any temporary bonuses?
Nope.
Then 0. Enter.
There you go.
33. No luck.
Damn. Well, that was a standard.
It's always been a problem with grapple. If the guy is good at it,
Then
he'll
he's
always
good at
win. He'll always win. And if
Yeah.
you're not trained and good at it, you'll always lose.
Do I have anything I could do as a move action? I'm not sure. I don't believe there is.
Kind of makes
Besides
sense in theory,
stopping the
but
bleed if I wanted to.
rub your blood on him. Get evidence all over the sheets.
Bleeds so much it like acts as grease when you get out.
Ooh, that.
Well, he wouldn't notice that the bed is
Hang
glowing.
on.
It's hard not to notice that.
Yes?
I just had an idea.
Does anyone else notice the bed is glowing? I mean, it's out in the middle of the fucking street.
Question: for concentration checks, you add your caster level to it, correct?
You do. Let's see here.
Caster level and your ability mod.
Right. The question is, does that count as a what's the exact term? A caster level check.
No,
Damn.
it's a concentration check.
Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Well, I'll take a move to stop the stigmata anyway.
Okay.
I'm hit anyway. It doesn't help.
I'll leave the bleed on because I'm going to activate it next turn again.
Oh, you're changing with the stigma. Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty.
But that should be it.
And yeah, being grappled while casting 10 plus their CMB plus the spell levels the DC.
Yeah.
That's not really in your favor right now.
Tio could never make a cast enemy that didn't have free movement against Varg or the fight was over.
Okay. Bed's turn. The bed,
Flee.
first of all, wants to gain control of this situation, so it is going to attempt to pin Fulton. And rolls really poorly.
That does actually beat a CMD.
It does?
Yep. It's only 35 right now.
Right. Okay.
I'm
Then,
the one with the high CMD because of my dex.
Yeah, if I still had the Vindicator shield going, that would be a different matter, but...
yes, okay.
Hindsight's 2020.
You are now... Huh, go figure. There isn't a icon for pinned here in Map Tools. Alright,
It's just a big frowny face.
there we go. P for pinned. And now the bed can move freely with you because you are being carried.
Oh my god, this is so cool. I just looked out the window. I let that turn into the balcony, and now I'm running along balconies, leaving between balconies as I shoot at it. This is the coolest thing ever.
Welcome to D&D.
Garazim.
Ah! Pow, 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 pow. Oh, this is fun. Alright, yeah, I have to move to keep pace with it. Oh, let's see, I've traced it, so I know where it's going.
I repeat, D4 rounds. This
For
is
4
really only
rounds.
useful for keeping track of invisible creatures.
Oh, that, and I get a +2 to hit it, which negates the the -2 for being fatigued right now. I've been keeping track of that. Sure, the borrowing bullet. I just gotta start really shooting it, and that's gonna hurt you like a son of a bitch. I was looking over what I could do for deeds wise.
Yep.
I mean, as long as I'm no longer grappled, any healing I put on myself is maximized, so I'm not too worried about being too hurt.
He says that now.
I've said it before.
I blow your legs off, and you're like, Gorzin, you bastard!
And then, heal, and I'm just boop.
You know, it occurs to me, I never thought of this, but I don't have to declare him a target for the extra damage. I simply declare what I do a bunch of extra damage because I can declare certain targets within my cone radius to take extra damage.
Yes.
I don't have to pick him.
Correct.
So it's not going to be as bad for him. It just occurs to me I could shoot at this thing and maybe not blow him into tiny chunks.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to do that then. I'm going to shoot the bed with a normal cone. And just sort of hope you tough it out for a bit. There you go.
You need to declare. You need 2 targets within the scatter. It's how many are in this.
Oh, sorry.
You're not declaring the extra damage on him, but you still have to fire because he's in the cone. Just roll the same thing again.
There you go. Well,
There
32 versus touch on our friend, which hits
touch,
anyway because touch. Sorry, but you're not going to take anywhere near as much damage.
All right. So the how much is the extra damage again?
It's equal to my level in my class, so 13.
Right.
And he's still going to take like the weapon specialization damage and all the other damage things that are just flat because, well, I can't choose to stop that.
So 38 for the bed and just 20 for Fulton, but that will be reduced by DR if you have it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the gun is adamantine, but the bullets aren't. Those things are expensive.
I use precious rare minerals fallen from the gods as ammunition.
Costs 100,000 gold to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. Yeah, so I shot it, I moved, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm not at the point where I have to jump yet, which would be cool, but whatever.
Shanalar, you are just outside the room, carrying...
This isn't a silenced gun. Everyone and their mother can hear this from a mile away.
I know. Shanalar, you're just outside the room, carrying a tray with several cups of tea on it. You're about to reach out for the door handle when you hear a firearm blast from the other side of the door, and a couple seconds later, another one.
Great.
Put the tea down gently.
I don't think she cares about the tea.
I do.
We can get more.
I want that.
I'm being eaten by a bed. You have different priorities right now.
No, I don't.
She's
Okay.
gonna drop the damn tea. The tea is not important.
Damn you!
All right.
At least it's not booze. I'm gonna throw in a fit of it in booze.
So yeah, she's gonna run inside. Probably not see anything because the freaking door.
You go through that door. This door does have a window on it, and you see Garazin leaning over the railing with his gun pointed down into the garden.
Fantastic.
The curtain over here is open, and you see that that room is things have been scattered.
And there's no bed.
Yes, the bed in the side room is conspicuously absent.
Oh, she just has no idea what the hell.
I go away
I don't
for
either.
2 minutes, and everything just fucks itself up. Do you have a standard or move action?
Depends on what I use to get inside.
Would have taken a move action to get in through the door, but you're not worried about closing it behind you or anything, and you were in a
No.
hurry, so.
Yeah, let's dimension door out at least to the balcony. That way she doesn't
Okay.
have to deal with anything.
Hi, Gorson! Ah!
She gets to be the one sneaking up on someone this time.
What do you do? Boom!
And yeah, she's like, what the hell?
Burn.
Fulton is in the courtyard down below, or at least you think it's Fulton. You can only see one gauntleted arm covered in blood and one leg sticking out from underneath the covers of a bed, which is running away on all 4 feet.
Some bullet holes in it. And it's glowing.
Bombard? What?
Huh? The bed's taking him! Stop the bed! It's a
Fulton!
mimic!
Well, I was going to change what the stigmata was, but now there's no point in having it on anything else but armor class. And it's not like I'll be doing anything else with the move action.
Unless you manage to somehow miracle escape the grapple, you could use your
Yeah,
protection to get the
I
fuck out of
take that
Dodge.
standard first. Let's take the standard to try and escape first.
Yeah.
so-
If you succeed on the check to break the pin, then you are merely grappled.
And he can stop running around with you. Freely, anyway.
Yes.
I'm just going to double check that I didn't get any points in escape artist from somewhere, which, no, I did not.
Sure.
Right, let's try and get out of here again. Lovely.
Wow. The
Have a
exact
move
opposite of what
action?
you needed.
Yeah, move action now to start the bleeding again.
And you're applying it to?
AC, because there's no other point right now.
You might as well get comfortable. It is a bed.
It is a bed that is currently drooling on him.
Well, it actually just cancels out the penalty to my AC from pinned, so there you go. My AC will stay where it is.
Alrighty.
But yeah, that's it.
Okay, the bed needs to make a combat maneuver to maintain the pin.
Natural one.
And I closed the wrong tab. 1 second. Backwards. Grapple. There we go. Okay, so long as it's not using something like rope or something to tie you up. Okay. Check. Sprain. Right. Maneuver. Keeps a nice good hold on you. Squeezes you a bit.
And gallops away.
As part of the successful combat maneuver, it chooses to move. Oh, but I forget how far it can choose to move.
How close is it to me, by the way?
Right now, it is 20 feet below and 10 feet across, so that's
Okay.
that's 25 feet.
All right. I need to know for the sake of snapshot.
Yep. Come on, where is it? When you succeed on a grapple. There we go. Move. Half your speed. And because you're pinned, he then proceeds to move his full speed. Trump, 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 trump.
How? I thought you could only go half.
Because he actually counts as being carried right now.
Fair enough.
Bombard.
Okay, that guy's getting away. Can't have that. Let me measure something. He'd still be in range, but okay, I gotta do the stupid thing. I'm going to try. Can you? Well, I'm just doing one move action, so yes. I don't know though. How far down? You said how far down am I again?
It's 20 feet from your feet to the floor of the garden area in between the two ends.
Mm-hmm.
However, I should point out, this little platform over here, it's halfway in between the two floors. This is kind of a smoking area out to where you can see the garden. It's only 10 feet down from this balcony, and it's 10 feet from the ground.
Boots of haste. Click, click my heels. Leap. Can I attempt to run across, make one small jump, then a much harder jump at the end?
So you need to vault over 2 pairs of railings here. So
Yep.
I need 2 acrobatics. Yeah, I need 2 acrobatics checks, and the second one has a penalty based on how well you succeed at the first.
The first one was 43, second one was 37.
You vault the one railing, heroically run across, vault the other, and catch your foot.
What did I roll?
Pardon?
Fuck it, I re-roll that. Anything else with it?
Haven't you already used your lucky thing today?
Not today. I've been sitting on it all day, but I haven't touched it.
I heard it was
can't-
mentioned that Lindahl should have had one.
Yeah, there's that. There's a 49 for you.
Okay.
Instead.
You
That's a natural
successfully
20.
land on the platform over here. Be aware that from your current position, though, the bed has cover.
I keep moving to the fullest of my distance, because that's as far as I can go on a full move. A double move, sorry. I
Okay.
end here, plant myself, and go, I fucking dare you.
Gotcha. Shinalar.
So, how visible is anything from where she's at?
I was really
Leaning
heroic.
Leaning over the railing, you can clearly see what's going on in the courtyard down there. If you were like trying to get a shot at it all with a bow and arrow, the bed only has cover because Garazan's now in the way.
How much of God damn it! Now I'm having trouble remembering Fulton's name. There we go. How much can she see of Fulton to target?
A hand and foot.
She's gonna want to grease him.
If you're in range, nothing says you can't grease someone in a grapple.
Technically,
So-
greasing is armor, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing says
Same
you necessarily
basic thing.
can't. It's kind of an AO. It's one of those weird general like that where it area kind of things.
Create a greasy coating on something.
Always has line of sight to it. I mean,
A creature wearing greased armor or clothing gains a +10 circumstance bonus on escape artist checks and combat maneuver checks to escape a grapple.
that'll help.
yes.
Trick is, right now, Alton would need to fail or choose to fail the save in order for it to be put on his armor. You can try to shout to him, hold still or something, but he'll have to make a perception to hear you shout the warning.
Mm.
No reason not to try it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna try then. She'll call out to him, Fulton, hold still, and then she's gonna try to cast.
Greasy grease.
I'll go roll a perception.
Because you are currently in wrapped up in swaddled blankets.
On the plus side, reflex is his worst roll.
That will help, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Being cast at the wings down there.
6 of that is going to come from distance alone. Five of that distracted, and you do not succeed, so you're going to have to make the save against it.
Okie dokie. Of course I roll high.
Of course you do.
Because Fate has a very sick sense of humor.
Seriously.
Anything else, Shinalar?
Curse loudly.
She's gonna send her Eidolon to try to head them off.
What's its fly speed?
Should be 40, but what do I know?
Should be, but I'm gonna double check.
That's like the base fly for Eidolons, I believe.
I think because it's flying with wings, it had a lower speed.
No, that changes the maneuverability completely, but I don't think it lowers the speed. It might, I don't know. I haven't worked with a summoner in a while.
No, it's its base speed, so it's gonna only move at 20 right now.
Ah, okay.
Alright, it can full move 40 though.
Yeah, and that's what she wants it to get as far as possible.
She wants to
Alrighty.
phrase it.
Fulton, struggling for your life.
I think everyone knows what I'm doing.
I'm vaguely aware of it, yes.
You attempt to wrestle free, and it does not prevail.
Bleed damage. I don't think I could do anything else.
Well, the good news is this thing is going to get its, bed sheets pegged if it tries just to flee from me. So I don't know if it knows that, but improved snapshot. You totally son of a wardrobe.
It is the bed's turn.
Yep. Let's see here. Your con is... All right. The bed first needs to keep its hold on you.
Make my day.
Yeah, it keeps a hold of me pretty well.
It's going to get shot now. A lot.
You have snapshot or something?
I have improved snapshot. I got 15 feet to work with of shooting you in the head.
All right, and 2 of those steps, you may go ahead.
All right then. Let's see. Scatter shell, not rapid shot, 2 targets because yeah.
For the sake of consistency, Fulton is target number 2.
Yep. And as I target number 2, he's not being targeted by my murder death shot. So.
Thank
Yep.
you.
You're trying to get the bulk of your shots into the bed. Okay, so Fulton, you're going to be taking. That makes it 45 minus DR twice.
Okay, I'll just do that manually then. Oh, whoops! Hit the wrong arm macro again. Should still lower my health though. Yeah.
There's probably some really interested passerby just sort of watching this.
Or they're all purposely looking away.
Or ducking behind things because, guy with insane gun.
I'm sure you mean insane guy with gun.
Have you seen the size of Bombard's gun? That picture is no lie.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. The bed disappears around the corner.
I pursue the bed. It's still a glowing bed for at least 2 more turns. I'm fairly certain I can find it.
Yep. You step around the corner, and there is an open sewer grate
I
with
follow it.
with some tattered cloth around the edge.
Who says I don't follow it? It's just like the 3rd fucking time. It's starting to piss me off. I can move just as fast as the bed. In fact, I'm technically moving faster because I can move 60 feet around. It can only move up to 30 plus 15. So, yeah.
Okay.
Logic says I can keep up with the glowy bed.
Do you leap down into this dark hole?
Yes.
Okay.
Gun first. Okay, not gun first, but...
You leap into the darkness, which doesn't really bother you, dark vision and all. But after you have leapt, it occurs to you did not look. This is not just a 5-foot drop into stale water. You drop about 20, maybe 30 feet before you land in some deep pool.
Splorsh.
Kindly make me a swim check to stay up at the surface.
Not trained in that, but I'm not wearing any of my armor. Well, I don't think my armor makes any change to it anyway. I'll just have to roll it unskilled. Okay. There's a 6 for you. Actually, wait, where the hell do I care? Do I have it? Yes, I do. I have the Pearl of Sirens. I don't give a damn. I just sink.
And Gorazin sinks to the bottom of the 500-foot pool and is never heard from again.
I can breathe for eternity, and I'll just blow out shot myself out. I don't care.
All right, so you fall into the water, and this water is less than clean and not entirely visible through. You can't see anything in the. You guess maybe about 8 feet you can see through this water.
Awesome. Is there any? I'm gonna use perception to see if I can hear any specific noises. Or see any glowy shit.
If you could see the glowy shit, I'd have mentioned it, and you're not hearing anything useful underwater.
Well, I get myself out, I suppose.
Go ahead and do so on your next turn.
Yeah,
Shinalara.
fair enough.
Alright, did her Eidolon see any of this?
Let's see here. Her Eidolon flies to catch up, and rounds the corner just in time to see Bombard leap down into the darkness through a open sewer grate.
Fantastic.
As he screams, third fucking time!
We are so doomed.
You
No,
really,
you're
really
doomed.
are.
I'm fine.
Worst case scenario, you just escape back to the mountain home and pretend that your adventures in the world beyond never happened.
Yep.
Alright, so she's gonna go ahead and cast Overland Flight on herself.
Alright.
Best
Oh, cool. I do have
spell.
a swim speed. Okay, I have a swim speed, so I can actually start swimming.
And yes, pursuing.
Alright, you can make it to the entrance into the sewer in the speed you've got.
Oh wow, I am fast in the fucking water.
Fulton, you are
Yes.
submerged.
Lovely.
Like you are both in the sheets and underwater.
It is the worst day ever.
Pretty much. Well, I need to get out, but I assume I also need to hold my breath.
Well, you can breathe for 2 rounds for each point of for each score of con. This means that you could theoretically hold your breath for up to 40 rounds, which sounds completely over the top and ridiculous, but never mind that. That's rules as written.
Good con scorers, hooray.
However, each time you take a standard or move action, I believe it was. Flipping back to the right page. Yes, if you take a standard or full round action, the remaining duration is reduced by 1 round in addition to the time that takes.
Right. Well,
So basically, you can do 20 rounds of activity underwater.
I'll continue to break out for now. I'll also take a move action to stop the stigmata. Because at this
Okay.
point, bleeding out is bad. But I can't click on token, so I'm just going to have to manually roll this.
Oh, here, let me bring you back into the world of the living here.
There it is. To-do. I think it's actually worse than the one I did before. It is.
Alrighty.
So that's all I can do.
Let's see here.
The evil bed.
The bed is
Seriously,
going
fuck this
to... Let's see here. That's...
If I see movement, I shoot it.
Yeah, I know.
Gonna work just fine underwater. No penalties or anything. I deliberately
Yeah,
did
but
this
you still
because...
need to see your target. I'm aware.
At least I'm fairly fast underwater. At least I'll be able to theoretically find it and catch it.
Ah, there we go. Bed doesn't. Okay, so the bed has to keep you, maintain the grapple on you for once more here. That holds you. And Fulton, you feel yourself being tumbled over and over in the water, and you feel the bed sheets being drawn very tightly around you.
Fun.
You are now tied.
Yay.
Garazin, would you like to swim to the surface so that you can look around?
Yep, I have a 70-foot swim speed, so I'll just boop.
Well, having a swim speed just gives you a +10 to the check.
Really? What the hell's the point of a swim speed?
That is
It
kinda
gives you
odd.
an actual speed that you can use instead of 1/4 of your base speed.
Should have taken swim. Alright.
Technically, the same is true for
Natural
fly,
20.
but you
All
don't
right.
have to make the check at all if you're not in any sort of challenge. Like
I made a
wind.
natural 20, so I hope that works.
You know,
For
it hadn't been mentioned, but I just noticed it right now. The savage sausage, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's, yeah.
Brad said he wanted to stay there instead.
I think it's a brothel house myself.
Oh, the puns.
All right, so yeah, you managed to break the surface and maybe
Look around.
take a free action to clear the water around you with floaters.
Awesome.
It's a sewer. I'm not going to foot around this.
I'm not gonna comment on it. Just continue, please. This will be like the 8th shower I've had, or bath.
So you appear to be in a circular like cylindrical chamber, about maybe 40 foot in diameter. It has several pipes about 2 to 3 feet wide, empty, like draining into it up above, and a sort of tunnel passage leading off to the south. But there is a spiraling current here, so there might be other outflows underneath the surface somewhere.
I
Which
know
I'm
it's
just going to
carrying.
tell you for free because you have training in architecture.
Yes, I do. Well, I know this for a fact. Actually, I'm gonna roll skill on that. Actually,
Who?
no engineering. I need to know if it could take Fulton down one of those. Judging from the size of the swirl, could it take Fulton down one of those? Because it's not alone. It has to take Fulton, and Fulton can't breathe underwater, and it has to have some idea of that. Whether or not it cares is another matter, but would it be able to fit down the drainage pipes, I think? Because generally those things aren't very big.
You wouldn't really be able to tell how big the outflow would be without, like, based on the current, without also knowing how deep the water is. But
I was at the bottom.
no, you weren't. You fell in.
Oh, thought I was at the bottom. Alright then. So I don't know how quite deep it is. I don't see
If you
anything
swam
below
down
me.
and checked, you'd know.
I don't
The
have time for that.
approximate total cross-sectional surface area of the outflow pipes, but not how many there are.
Yeah, I go for the obvious opening that's, air-wise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It
just go
seems
straight
to be
forward.
about 10 feet deep below the surface, as well as about 4 feet of clearance above your head.
I plant myself on it and dare anything to try and escape this way.
All right.
Anything that comes
Planters.
near me that's bigger than like a bread box, I shoot it.
Okay. Shinalar.
All right, so first thing, she's gonna go ahead and kind of fly in there, following.
Okay. You spiral yourself down a little, and you have dark vision too, right?
Yes.
Yep, it's only Lindahl who's not in that club. You head down the passage a brief ways and find yourself floating over a slowly swirling cesspool. There's several pipes pouring in, and a with an air gap passage leading out of it to the. You will still have a sense of direction because you came from the surface, to the southeast.
About how large is this pool?
The pool's about 40 foot in diameter, and that outflow passage is about 5 or 6 foot wide and Looks like about 4 feet of air gap above the surface.
Well, she's probably just gonna assume he's at the bottom of this, so...
Float there and wait for some bubbles to come up.
Nope. We're gonna be summoning something.
Summon a crocodile.
I was
Release a
actually...
kraken.
I was debating between a giant squid and a dire shark, actually.
Yeah, squid's good at grabbing, so... Either or, really. Whichever tickles your fancy. I think a
Considering
squid
this is
might
going to
be,
get multiples of them, probably the squid.
squid can grab things, so you know, there's that. So they can like shuffle through all the Tetris to try and find the goddamn mimic.
Giant squid from the 7 list.
Yep, which means... Technically, that's how many she summons.
5 squids.
D4 plus 2. They are each huge, of course. Oh, here's a bit of fun I need to double check. What is the range on? Check. Alrighty. So, one by one, 5 giant squids emerge from the air and splash noisily into the pool, and all look up at you with their with their top eye questioningly.
Well... I mean, search the underneath is what she wants them to do. Try to find it and pull it up.
Okay. Search the area. Leave no stone unturned.
We found a dwarf. I'm not sure what he's doing down there, but he doesn't look very happy.
So, Fulton, now that you are actually tied up, go figure, it's not on the conditions page. Combat?
A lot of being tied up or entangled.
Tied up. There we go. If you are
considered helpless.
bound, you are helpless. Your dex is 0.
He's helpless. Like that pretty much defines.
Yeah, I'm kind of...
I think the only thing you can do is escape artist checks to try and slip your bonds.
Can you do that untrained?
Or, actually, hold on. You should be able to cast spells that have only vocal components.
Yeah, alright, I'll go take a look. I assume I still have to make the concentration check.
Well, right now you're under the water, so yeah, there's going to be at the very least a concentration check to worry yourself with.
I cannot check what spells I have prepared right now, though.
Oh, 1 second, let me... See yourself now?
Yes. Let's see if any of these are vocal only, but mainly just ones that are useful.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it's called up, but being a creature that's tied up is considered helpless, but they can escape the same way you escape a grapple, with the grapple bonus being the creature who tied them up's grapple bonus.
Gotcha.
I believe it counts as a pin, actually.
Problem is, I don't think there's any purely vocal spell that would actually be useful here.
Especially since right now you're underwater.
Yes.
You need to learn Wish.
Sure, I'll just learn that magically because I'm a wizard.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't tell you guys? Yeah, I'm a 30th level wizard. Don't ask. Don't judge. I got bored of just killing everything instantly with magic and just picked up a gun.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, being tied up is still like a pin. The DC to escape is 20 plus the tires, CMB. the ropes don't need to make a check every round to maintain it.
Because the ropes.
Well, I will continue to try and break it.
Alrighty.
To-do. Even worse than last time. Ay.
One thing about being tied as opposed to being in a wrestle is that if the DC is higher than 20 plus your CMB, you cannot escape even with a natural 20.
Yeah, I just don't know what that is, so...
Let's see here. Your CMB is 20?
Yes.
Okay. Without giving anything away, I am going to subtly hint that you don't need to be making these checks.
Okie dokie.
But if the opportunity to cast spells and whatnot comes up, I will let you know.
Yep. Mostly gonna be checking cure spells, because I'm a little hurt.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see here. The bed is...
If I see movement larger than the bread box, I shoot her.
No bread boxes show themselves, but 5
How dare they.
giant squids.
Okay, the chances of squid actually living down here are 0. I'm assuming that she, even though... Yeah, I
Well,
have
you're
to assume
currently
that
under the
she.
water,
There's no
so
way
you
these things
can't
live
see
down
her.
here. There's no way these things live down here, and if they do, they're not going to be aggressive. And if they are, they're going to regret it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that mimics can take the form of organic creatures, so since I rolled, and I know what a mimic is.
Okay.
So it hasn't. Nothing's appeared larger than the red box to try and get past me then, besides squids.
And other unmentionables, but none of them
Mhm.
larger than a bread box, or you'd have to really worry about someone's health.
Well, I'm going to, again, I'm just going to plant myself, do some perception checks, because I'm at the surface at this point, because it's only 10 feet down, and I can aim that direction and see it.
You
Or,
bob up to the surface.
Perception.
Shinolar is flying over the cesspool and can now see you.
Are those your squid?
Yep.
And I'll guard this entrance. There's more down below where those swirls of water are. Check those. Go back to guarding my hole.
Okay, let's see. Swim speed 60. Jet 260.
Yeah, squids can go really fast if they want to.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see here. Make a couple checks in private here. Hmm. Alrighty. Shinolar. After several seconds, like tense moments waiting, watching for anything to happen down there, one of your squids returns to the surface and proudly holds up several large pieces of broken bed that are nevertheless bleeding at the edges.
Okay.
Where did it find those? Like which hole? Like where?
Yeah.
It is
That's-
unable to express that to
It
you.
is a squid.
Well, you ask it, and then it goes down underwater, and then you follow it, presumably. I'll follow it for the sake of, because I guess she doesn't want to jump in here with me.
And I don't have anything that lets me breathe underwater easily at the moment.
Alright, well, and I'll follow the squid to see where it retrieved that from.
So yeah, she'd have it lead the dwarf.
Lead the very small squid with a shotgun.
Pretty much.
Not that small.
Compared to it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alrighty.
You're basically a baby.
I will shoot you.
Babby squid.
You have to find me.
I don't
first.
have to save your ass. I can just leave. I
You
just
can't
jumped in the
shoot
sewer
me if you
for
don't know where I am. Start working on that.
The squid tenderly wraps Garazin up in its tentacles
I wait.
and swims down into the cistern. You can't see very far in the water, Bombard, but you're after a few seconds, you're suddenly aware of passage walls passing quickly by you,
Alright.
and then the squid comes to a stop and lets you go. You're in a small sort of a very short cylinder domed structure. There's an air bubble up above, and there's several pieces of fabric caught on the walls here, but there's no sign of Fulton or other pieces. However, there is a strong current leading out of here. You're only able to keep your position right now by holding on to the squid.
So you said there's an air bubble?
Yeah, there's an air bubble at the top of the dome.
There's not like anything else, just a quick little
No,
space.
we're only talking a little dome structure about 15 foot wide.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're not up there. I'd see them floating. I point down that way and gesture at the squid, and it doesn't understand me, but I make sure it knows I'm going that way, and then I go that way.
All right. Could you make a swim check?
Sure. I got a 5. I'm not really trying to resist here, but yeah, I am trying to stay stable. So
All right. You try to keep upright and keep track of what direction you're heading as you're going through the water. This water's quite nasty on your eyes, nevertheless.
mm-hmm.
You don't have any goggles or anything on, do you?
I do.
That
You
makes
thought
it a
those were-
little easier.
You thought those were just for looks? No. I made sure the character looked exactly as he looks.
Yep. Mind you, you're probably the warranty is probably expired on those.
Dude, they were expired back in the war.
You slip through the passages pulled forward by the current, and the passages. You see lots of other passages start to join up with this one,
Hmm.
and right? You don't have to breathe.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Where's that map? Okay. You feel like it's been most of a minute when suddenly suddenly the passage walls disappear from around you, and you feel yourself being pulled in wide circles. But there's nothing to be seen in any direction. In fact, you're not even sure which way is up at the moment.
I pick a direction to swim in and go up until I succeed, and I'll roll if you want, but I guarantee you'll take anywhere from 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll me a
3,
Go ahead and roll me another d20.
9.
You begin clawing yourself in that direction and bump into the floor. Mentally curse and start swimming the other direction.
Yeah, I use it to push off so I can,
You find yourself in another large open cistern. This one with water very loudly pouring out a passage to the one direction or another. Not the one you came in, that's for sure.
I'm going to head towards it then.
And after a minute, you slam into a metal grating that bars this passage. On the other hand, There is someone tied up in a large bundle of sheets and blankets against the grating with you.
Oh, praise me.
Hooray!
Alright,
Just a
free this man.
second.
I'm gonna start shooting this man because I just realized that's probably the mimic.
You've taken that when you slammed into these gratings.
Ow. Okay.
And you're quite pinned by the current. You can brace yourself against the grating, but it takes deliberate work to do anything without losing grip of your gun and such like.
Yeah. Well, I lean against it, point my gun at it, and say in every language I know, let him go, or I shoot. I'm assuming that's the mimic holding him, so if it doesn't respond, I'm going to try and take it off before I shoot, because it might have just sort of left this behind, which would be weird for a mimic, but whatever.
Bolton, your head is clear, and you are just above the surface, so you've been able to breathe for most of the last minute.
Hooray!
You're not submerged here, but the water is pinning you pretty badly to this grate.
And I'm still tied up, right?
Yep. On the other hand, you haven't seen these blankets move since you could see again.
I'll assume I know Gorazin just hit the grating.
Oh yeah, you see him there.
They're just
He's shouting,
ropes.
"Let him go or I let loose."
They're ropes. Made of sheets, but still.
Razin, that was to you.
Well, I guess he's dead.
Sorry, I had to deal with something. What happened?
Bolton is there, tied up in those sheets against the grate, and he, in response to you pointing your gun at him and saying, "Let him go or I let loose," Bolton just looked dryly at you and said, "They're just ropes."
Ah, yeah, then I work on freeing him. I do have a knife, because if an adventurer doesn't have a dagger, he's not an adventurer.
Are you going to put down your gun to do this?
No, I'm going to rope it across my chest, because how the hell else am I carrying this thing around?
Well, you'd taken off your coat and your armor while you were in the room.
Oh, that's right. Oh, what am I hold it in one hand, and I held the dagger in the other hand. It's not like I don't have to hold on to anything. I'm pinned. I just reach out with a dagger and start stabbing.
Great.
He's got armor. He's got armor. There's like 0% chance I'd ever hurt him with this. I had no strength score. He would literally, like, the worst I'm doing is 4 damage. Ooh. Anyway, you have DR. The worst I'm doing is 1 damage.
This has been a great time.
Shut the fuck up. I ran through a sewer for you.
Fulton's loving this group by now, I'm pretty sure.
Shut the fuck up. I ran through a sewer for you. Like, name people who would do that. Wizard wouldn't.
He does that.
This is the 3rd goddamn time, too. I had to go through a goddamn sewer.
So it takes several minutes and several new scratches on your armor.
Stab, 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 slice, stab, slice.
And let's see here. Well, that's not a 1, so the Gorazin doesn't manage to get through any kinks in your armor either and give you a real stab for your trouble.
It almost was a 1.
You got close.
So, you have been cut free of these blankets that get sucked through the grate very quickly. And now the two of you are just fighting the current against this iron grating that goes across this passage of fast-moving water.
Shove the dagger back into my boot. Give Fulton a very tired look and just say, "You owe me."
Fair. How difficult would it be to cast spells here?
Let's see here. You are being distracted. But it only really counts as violent motion, so you've got a pretty good chance of succeeding a concentration check. DC is 15 plus spell level.
And I would have wisdom plus caster level, which I think I actually marked my caster level down wrong on my sheet.
Yeah, you're gonna have a very hard time failing it.
Yeah, it's a DC, what? 15 plus spell level?
Yep. Unless you're using a 9th level teleportation
Yeah,
spell.
I'd basically have to get a 1.
Yeah.
Now Baptist will just open. There we go. Yes, I'm going to cast Heal on myself.
Yeah, you kind of need that right now.
Little bit. Casty. And I'm just going to roll a d20. Because I auto-pass it if it's anything but a 1.
Yes, you do.
Hooray! That also has the added benefit of getting rid of my fatigue.
Yep.
Okay, so 150 healed. Doo-doo. That is much, much better.
You closed the various bullet holes in you.
Yeah, well.
Admit it, the majority of the damage taken was from Gorism.
Yes, actually.
I'm going to take a quick standard action and do this.
Gorizon at this point has decided that waiting around for the magic man to just sit there and wave his hand at himself is boring and silly. Is going to look around to see if there's any distinct exits. Like above, like, grates and such.
There is the passage that you were just forced down by the current, and there is the passage beyond the grate.
Well, you got any way for us to get out of this? I look to Fulton.
Possibly?
I mean, I know a way out, but it's going to take some heavy swimming.
How much of an air bubble is there?
You've got about 3 feet above the surface of the water here.
And how hard is this current?
Hard enough that the only way either of you two are making it out is if you consistently roll over 10 if you have a swim speed. Yeah, Fulton, you don't have it trained, do you?
No, I just have a really good strength roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not trained, no.
Yeah, even Garazan with his plus 10 bonus would have difficulty getting out of here. He'd need like 20 or 25 10s or better in a row.
Well,
By then, I think we'd be grabbed by She, but I don't want to just have to wait on She, but I will if that's what we have to do.
I have no method of getting out of here other than increasing my size and attempting to swim.
Earth and size, well,
Don't have a word for call or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Get comfy and wait for She. You see anything that looks like it's not supposed to be here, larger than a bread box, shoot in the haze. Or, you have a weapon?
Yes, did you see my sword anywhere?
You're kidding, right?
The
I'm in
bed
the sewer.
took it.
Didn't the bed still... It's the beds now, because, we're pretty deep in the sewer, fella, and this place is pretty big, and I've been trying to avoid floaters, so...
Wow.
Your sword's gone.
Lovely.
Here's a dagger.
Yeah, alright, I'll take the dagger.
At least you can contribute. So if you see the bed, stab it. Otherwise, well, it might not be a bed. Anything that's not an organic creature, feel free to stab that to death. Larger than the bread box. So yeah, and anything larger than the bread box that is made of inorganic material, I shoot it.
Alright.
And I wait here for She to find us, because can't really do anything else. Well, we could, but I'm not going to waste time on it.
I'm just happy to not be dead.
You're welcome. So I'm curious why it left you here.
Yeah, three more rounds, and the bed would have gotten away from the squids thanks to the current.
Oh, the squids got it. Okay, that makes sense now.
That's why it brought some broken pieces of bed back to she.
Ah,
All
yay for
right,
squids.
so Shinalar.
Okay. I'm assuming from where she wasn't able to actually see which tunnel the squid took them.
No, it took him. It took him well underwater, and then down a side passage where this cistern drains into. It's now been about 6 or 7 minutes since you saw Garazan disappear, cuddled by one of your squid.
Fantastic. Okay. Hmm.
The smell is getting quite horrible in here.
You could just have your squids go fetch us if you really don't want to get in the water.
Would be easier. Have any of them actually returned since then?
Only the one who came back up to show you the pieces of bed. The rest must have disappeared down other passages or something.
Hmm. Okay, I have an idea. All right, so she's gonna go ahead and give her Eidolon the no breath evolution, so it doesn't need to breathe.
Fetch my companions.
Well-
Surge, greater. You can grant any 2 evolutions whose total cost does not exceed 6, and it lasts a minute per level. Perfect.
All right, and then she'll basically have it go to the squid and have the squid bring it to Gorazin.
What's the duration on your summoned squids?
Let me check.
Is it minutes or rounds per level?
It should be up to minutes because of Summoner.
Right.
Random question. I don't suppose the situation Fulton and Gorzin allows for praying for new spells?
Not right this second, no.
Didn't think so, but you've
Why
got
are
to be
you
not to
praying to
check.
your god in a sewer? Isn't that like a veal insult?
You pray whenever you need to pray.
In a sewer.
We are in need.
Yeah, they last for a minute per level. So
All right,
they
so
should
yep,
still be
you're
around.
okay.
Well, I'm in need of a bath.
Your squid didn't return after taking
So it
Garazin,
didn't.
though.
Okay, so never mind. Yeah, finding you guys is going to be a bit of a problem.
Well, I would assume you just send your Geldion down the same path the squid took, and that's pretty much a straight shot.
But you
The
need to know
Eidolon
which
doesn't
path.
know which one that is.
Ah! Summon more squids.
I guess that is an option.
You're a summoner. What else are you gonna do?
Fine, screw it. There's 6 new squids, and
All right.
she'll give them the command of finding any humanoids down here and retrieving them.
They come back with armfuls of bums.
Well, if that's what it takes.
You're a master summoner, right?
Yes. The other ones will disperse because the Eidolon, she can only have one
Yes.
set of summons out right now.
Right. Okay.
Retrieve
so-
me the humanoids.
You summoned 6 squids. Could you repeat that order you gave them, please?
Search and retrieve any humanoids in the area.
Okay. Squids splash under the water. One disappears down the passage at the surface. Speed 60, swim skill 15. Okay. Alrighty. Garuzin, Fulton. You two
Yep.
are hanging out against the grating. Right now, the only thing you have to do for entertainment is dodge floaters as they come down the passage at you at like 15, 20 miles an hour.
He thinks it'd be time to invest in things that are designed to clean oneself.
Not gonna make you roll reflex saves to avoid those.
I'm gonna create water on Gorzin's head.
A splash of clean, fresh water, about 17 gallons worth, pours over Garuzin.
I don't know whether to thank ye, shoot ye, or secretly replace your armor with a set of cakes. You gotta sleep sometime.
You assume that I take the armor off.
You gotta sleep sometime. Speaking of sleep, I'd like to sleep at some point. I'm visiting a wizard when we're done here. I've had enough.
Need to see a man about a nap.
Of course,
Alright.
Lindahl is still in danger.
Huh? Of course he is. Of course he's in danger. But fuck it, I just did one heroic rescue. I'm not doing two in the same day until I've got myself clean. Permanently clean,
After
for that
several
matter.
minutes, suddenly, not a collection of floating filth comes down the tunnel, but a giant squirming mass of tentacles is coming down the tunnel towards you at unsafe speeds.
Ah,
Alright then.
is that going to be friendly?
It slams into you guys, a little out of control.
Son of a bitch.
Ow.
Yes, it's friendly. It's supposed to be. Jeez, goddamn, this thing fucking heavy. I don't know why it decided to give us a hug.
It twists in the passage. You can see one giant bulbous eye look over the tentacle swarm at you, and then it begins to swim and claw itself with some difficulty back up the passage, fighting the current. Let's see here. Strength is 25. Seven. Okay, good. And it's a lucky squid too, which is to you guys' benefit. It claws its way into wider passages and then starts swimming for a while. It doesn't stop to give you guys a chance to take a nice deep breath, so you're just suddenly submerged.
I can breathe it underwater. I don't give a damn.
I will just rely on the con score.
Fulton's going.
I stuff my brow at him. What are you complaining about?
You know, if looks could kill.
Then you'd be
Gauntleted
dead a
fingers
year
can
ago.
kill, I assure you. And after a minute, you find yourself in a wide open, swirling cesspool, where Shinalar is floating not too far above you. There's three squid here at the surface. One of them is carrying you two, and it maintains its grip on you because it hasn't been told otherwise yet. But it looks like two others have retrieved badly desiccated corpses.
Fantastic. She'll give them a little wave.
Well, this has just been a lovely day.
Take me to a wizard. I don't care what one. I don't care how. I am getting myself clean forever. I'm getting napped via magic.
Really tempted to create water on its head again.
Well, guess what? I still have a gun, and it still works. And I know you can take a shot.
Chinelaire,
Yes.
can your squids, do they know what a sword is?
I've been stabbed by enough of them, I think so. Now get me out of here.
Maybe.
Could you ask them to look for one? Mine's still missing.
Sure, if you would like to wait while they search.
I honestly don't have anywhere else to go.
All right. Give it a shot. She'll look at all the squids and basically then go command, find us a sword.
You see a handful of shrugged club arms.
No idea.
Too bad neither of us have prestidigitation.
Search and
150 gold
retrieve
on an item, people.
sharp metal objects.
Might be a lot of those.
Yeah.
Couple of
It is
The
likely down the path we were found in, at least.
the two that aren't holding Gorozan and Fulton disappear under the surface.
Lovely. Get me out of the sewer now.
Yeah, how do we do that?
Oh, I
She
can get you guys
teleports
out of here.
us.
Yeah. But, could just wait for the sword.
No. I did my part. Get me out of this. I'm gonna go see a wizard. You know what? No, I keep my head. If I go alone, we're just gonna get jumped by more things. I gotta stay with you people. It's gonna say
Birds
you
of a feather
dwarves, but
smell together.
at least get us out of the sewer so we can just wait outside comfortably. While I go.
But the squids can't exactly come outside.
No, but they can get your sword and give it to she who can fly. While we just sit here stewing. I don't want to stew.
suppose.
I've been stewing for hours. I'd like to stew on the surface if you don't mind.
You there, the ones holding them. Extend them upwards, please.
Blub, blub, blub. Lifts them. It doesn't have the strength to get them fully out of the water, but it holds them, bodily out.
All right. Touch my boots, please.
Alright,
Now kiss
grab a
them.
boot. I still have a gun.
I don't think either of them have a problem with just grabbing a boot.
Dimension door. Up to the top.
Zip. You guys are now where you appear to be on the map.
Hooray!
Chinelaire will leave them quickly to go back down there in case anything has been retrieved.
Alrighty.
Bombard, were you injured?
A little. Not enough to care. I'm gonna go get clean. I'm gonna go find a wizard and get clean forever. And then I'm going to see that same wizard to get a nap in. So come with me. Let's go try and... Well,
Oh,
how about
just
first
a-
things first? Let's go beat the owner of this inn's teeth in with a really heavy object. Gently. Because...
Hold
Axel had
on
a
just
mimic
a
in his
moment.
house.
I'm not fully healed either. Stand still.
You
Alright.
two are also still dripping and unclean.
I know. I'm gonna go march in there and have a word with the owner. Still dripping.
Hey, if need be, I can
Doo-doo-doo.
get some cats.
Oh God. Not again.
I've been looking forward to doing that again.
Fine, get some cats. Get it clean. That'll save time.
Yeah, you'll have to wait for her to come back.
Yeah. First things first, though. I locate the owner of the establishment, still dripping with fury.
You know, if I had to be
Fulton.
dripping, I am gonna create water on myself, so it's at least clean water dripping off me.
Yeah, do that with me too. Well, we're still gonna smell though, right? No matter what we do.
Ish.
So yeah, I'm dripping with newly fresh water upon us. We're going to go find the owner of the establishment. Fulton's mostly there to make sure I don't break all his limbs, I suppose.
You You managed to rinse a good portion of the filth off of you, but it's still you've still got anything that managed to stick to you on you.
Ugh.
Yuck. All right, let's go find the guy in charge of this tavern and do horrible things to him for putting a mimic in our room.
You're going in from the upstairs, or are you just going to go around to the front door?
The less people that see us like this, the better.
You should go back into the sewers and crawl in through a toilet.
No.
I don't think they even have that.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, we just go through the top.
Yeah, just a second. You guys come back inside and see that there appears to be a few members of the city guard about this floor.
I take a step back and look to Fulton and go, after you. There appears to be some guards, and you're the more official of the two.
We're also technically not supposed to be seen together.
Which is why I said you go first.
And last.
You're the more official one. Go on.
I'll just step right out into the hallway. After looking at Gorzin to not move.
I don't move.
The guard that's in front of the entrance to Garazin and Shinalar's room hears you. Oh, you there! All the guests are supposed to be downstairs being questioned.
My apologies, but I was just attacked by a bed, so you'll excuse me if I missed the memo.
And don't forget to mention you got dragged down to the sewers. That part's kind of
You'll
by
smell
the same
that.
bed.
Doesn't change the matter of it. Go downstairs.
Right. He will not question this, and he will go right downstairs.
Gorzin will wait a minute or so, and
Well,
then
assuming that
he'll...
Gorzin could hear, he should probably just go around the other, outside.
Yeah, that's probably smart. I'll do that. I go around. Then I go
Downstairs we go.
into the front door. With fury in my eyes and my gun just clutching it.
Shinalar.
Yes.
One of your squids returns holding a old rusted short sword in one tentacle.
She'll sigh. No, that's not what I'm seeking.
It drops it and dives back under.
Did you ever specify that it would probably be in that one tunnel?
No. That was a mistake.
Fulton, you get downstairs and you see there's a number of people who've been rustled up and are being questioned by random members of the constabulary in one corner. You're just gonna put you out front for the time being. Don't have a map for the downstairs.
Right.
And there's a man in a better polished uniform that has let me double check. It has a red sash. Who's taking notes and talking to the owner of the inn, who's he's just getting to the point in the story where he heard the gunshots and decided that maybe it was time to send a runner to go get the guards. And if no idea what any of this is about, just started noise all over from nowhere. Oh, Sir Inquisitor, are you are you well?
Now I am. I was not for quite some time.
What? Yeah, sir. This is another of my guests. I guess he was not upstairs. The guard captain gestures you to sit down with him at a table, and
Yeah, Fulton will sit and be generally looking unhappy.
you continue to drip on the wooden furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Razin comes in the front door. Razin, have anything to say as you do?
Well, I kick down, get the door open, not really caring about any scuff marks I make, and roar something in Dwarvish, and I repeat it in Common. Yeah. Where's the damn leader? Where's the innkeep? Whatever the fucking word is in this cursed language.
You suddenly find 5 halberds being pointed at you, 2 from outside where you them before coming in the door, and are quite startled by the sudden shouts of what it sounds like falling rocks indoors, and they're all shouting you to lay down your weapons and sit down.
I am going to take that man by his ankle and slowly drip feed him into the sewer to see what it's like when you have to leap in there to save some stinking armored bastard who
Dwarf!
decided to be a good idea to be eaten by a bed.
Dwarf, while I appreciate your assistance in that strange matter, now is not the time.
I look at people's halberds like,
The guards captain has also leveled a crossbow at your face. He's like 15 feet away, but he's leveled the crossbow at you.
I'll look at the guard
I
captain.
roar, I shake my head, completely unimpressed. I just sort of push past the halberds to sit down.
This dwarf assisted me when the bed of a room suddenly stood up and attacked me. He was in the next
And a
room over.
fucking swim through a goddamn... You have any idea how filthy my beard is now? You don't even want to think about that. No, I want you to think about that. Think about this thick beard in that sewer and tell me what you think happens. Think deep about that. Here, let me hug you.
You gain a small circle of steel to try this, holding their halberds at the ready, making sure you stay seated where you are.
I'm seated and I'm glaring death at everyone, trying to locate which one is the inn manager.
He's still over by the counter where he was previously talking to the guard captain before Fulton came in.
Cool, I glare death at him.
He fails and goes back behind the bar to look busy. The guard captain
Explains why I
turns
had
back
to
to
pay in
Fulton now.
advance.
You were saying something about yourself and the filthy dwarf.
Yes. I was praying to my god, asking for guidance, when the bed of the room stood up and attempted to eat me. Just gonna pause for a second to let that sink in.
Have you been using any sort of herbs to help you meditate, sir?
You'll notice, if you check the room where I'm sure you have located the gunshots to have come from, that there is no bed in that room.
It has been noted.
It was some sort of creature. I don't know the name of it. All I know is that it attempted to eat me, and this dwarf was kind enough to... he shot at it. While I'd rather not be hit by the gunshots, it is still something of assistance.
I see I'm going to have to defer this to a higher power. You'll excuse me a moment. He steps away from you and begins mouthing words and gesticulating into the air, as though he's talking silently to someone who isn't here.
Not going to bother casting Detect Magic, because I'm pretty sure that is magic. And Fulton doesn't really care what specifically it is. Instead, he will turn to Garazin. Do you know what the creature was?
Aye, 'twas a mimic.
Then why did you not say anything?
Hmm? Why the hell should I tell them anything? Assholes making me sit down and do nothing?
Perhaps
Chaotic goods,
because it
ladies and
makes me
gentlemen.
seem like I am not insane.
God, lad, what world do you live in that this isn't like... Okay, one time starts rambling about, like, I don't know, 20 years hence in the war of whatever the hell in the
Dwarf?
neck. I once fought an 8-tentacled face melter.
Dwarf.
And that was just on the first way. What?
He asked if I was using any herbs for meditation.
You
They
were?
They do believe I am insane for suggesting this.
Alright. That makes them very unworldly, I suppose.
So if you could mention that this is a creature apparently called a mimic.
Fine. Who do you want me to mention it to?
The guard captain finishes his gesticulating and turns to you two. Well, I'm afraid, good sirs, that I'm going to have to take several people here, including some of the other guests, to for some more intensive questioning. Would you
Lad,
please
do you know what a
accompany
mimic
these
is?
men?
He's looking to the guard captains, telling him, lad, do you know what a mimic is?
A thing that pretends to be another thing.
Aye.
I've read a dictionary.
Good. So a bed got up and attacked this feller. Think about that.
If
You
you
got
two
at
would
least-
kindly go with these guardsmen.
Why do I gotta go anywhere? I just ran through a sewer to save some feller I don't know. You should be giving me an award and showing me to the nearest bathhouse.
I assume you'll be searching the rooms.
We'll be searching the building, yes.
Can I get a bath first? Or do you want me to stink the whole way there?
I shall tell them to have a sponge and comb ready for you, Sir Dwarf.
There is some holy water and incense in the room which I was attacked. I would prefer it was not destroyed.
Very well.
Whatever. I'm gonna go fetch something. And you can watch me fetch it. It's armor and it's mine.
The guards
And it's
captain
worth
says,
more than 8,000 of your paychecks. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go get it.
Stay your hand. I shall send one of my men to get it.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna just run off with that. Yeah, he could buy the city with that armor. I'm getting it. I'm not gonna
Sir
put it on.
Dwarf,
Take too long.
I must insist on your cooperation.
So you're just gonna let him nick off of my armor then? Is that what's happening?
My men
It
are
is-
trustworthy.
It is typically
Yeah, I'm sure
not
ye
protocol
are.
to
Can
let
you- can you take-
anyone in a circumstance like this out of your sight. I would like to take this moment to remind the party that I am playing a lawful good character.
I know. So you're not gonna let me just go fetch me armor and have you carry it or something? I want to keep it in sight because again, that's worth.
No one's possessions will be disturbed.
Better not. Fine. You get trust once. Better not break my trust.
If I could ask you to surrender that weapon of yours, Sir Dwarf.
Expect it back. I offer it to him.
Takes the musket.
It's a blunderbuss. It's like the cannon.
Right.
Falter
Pours
will
the
just
water
put
out
the
of it.
dagger that Urazin gave him just on the desk, the table, the whatever.
That's
Okay.
mine too, but I gave it to him so he could slash through the mimic.
Yes, my sword has gone missing.
Guard captain takes the dagger, shakes the water off it, and sheathes it as well. Gestures a couple of men to escort you.
I get escorted.
Shenalar.
Okay, any luck?
It's now been long enough that you're reasonably sure your squids have dissipated on their own by now.
Damn.
Well, yeah. If it's still down there, it's not going anywhere, and she should go check in on everyone else. So she's gonna go ahead and fly out of that disgusting hole.
Okay. You make it to the surface just in time to down that alley beside the place. See Garazan and Fulton being escorted away by 6 or 7 guardsmen.
What now?
Are you going to go and ask?
She's suspicious enough that no, not immediately. Her Eidolon will, she wants it to follow, and she's gonna follow, hopefully a little bit behind.
Okay.
Ideally by flying maybe to another alley and walking out of it that way.
You're going to follow, or your Eidolon
Well,
is?
okay, so the Eidolon follows more closely because it can probably get close without being too much of a problem. I'm assuming there's a house on the right here she can fly over and an alley on the other side.
Yes.
That way she doesn't look like she came from the inn where all the gunshots happen and apparently people are pulling people away with guards.
All right. Alrighty. You slip over to the next alley to the east without any trouble. What were you going to do from there? Oh, right, just follow, but make it look if anyone's watching the street like you didn't come from behind the inn. Never mind.
Yeah, follow discreetly at a distance because the Eidolon can track it much more easily.
Okay, I got the gist of it. All right. Let's see here. What's happening? It's in motion. Alrighty. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Lindahl.
Oh, my brain.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, this will be interesting. I love how we get into trouble just by existing. We were doing nothing wrong, and Mimic, okay, everything's ruined now.
I'm going to assume. Before anything happens, I'm going to make my guess and guess that my strength has been reduced to 0, because that would knock you unconscious. Let's see what happened.
Last thing you remember, you were riding on the back of some guy's helmet, about the size of a butterfly, and
Whee!
we're about to be teleported away to where this guy was going to get healed by his master. The next thing you're aware of, you're reasonably sure you're conscious. It's very dark, and you, as the numbness leaves your body, you're fairly you're fairly out of it for a few seconds, but slowly your senses start adding up to making sense. It's completely black. It feels like you have a gag in your mouth, and there's seems to be iron straps or metal straps of some kind, cold metal straps, around your wrists, ankles, thighs, waist, neck, and forehead. And you're against a stone slab of some kind. And then a breeze comes by, and it occurs to you that you are also naked.
Oh no, I
I appear to have lost my pets.
Just one sec. The good news is all the spells I have prepared are still prepared. The bad news is I need to find my robe because it has my spell book in it.
I believe your current usable token is on loot and inventory.
Yep, I need to see if I have a. No, all I have prepared is True Seeing, and I don't have the ointment on me. That's gonna suck. Has my dark vision been dispelled on me then?
Either that or it's worn off.
Well, well, the one good thing is whoever tied me up obviously didn't know about shift. Dimension Door says you can take items. You don't have to. So since that has no components, I can just shift to where I am outside of my restraints. Unfortunately, I'm still naked and in the dark.
Two problems. Actually, no. Shift as it's a spell-like ability, right?
No, it's supernatural.
Supernatural. Okay, so it doesn't even require vocal components. So one problem. You start to shift and you feel yourself sort of seized in place. You don't seem to have left your restraints. You still feel them.
Okay, I'll make an untrained escape artist check then.
Alrighty.
That went well.
You squirm for a few moments, and then a voice speaks from somewhere in the darkness. That will not avail you. Might you explain to me what you were doing on the head of one of my men? You see a small spark of light in the darkness, and the gag comes away from your mouth.
Riding, obviously.
You are not in a particularly good position with which to offer me impertinence.
Well, when I'm bound and naked, it's all I can offer.
I suppose it is. Is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable?
A pillow would be nice.
There's a few moments' silence, and you feel the stone soften a little bit underneath your head, but the the metal band still holds it firm to that. Is that any better?
It's softer.
Excellent. I hope you can see this as a small token of the allowances I am willing to make if you behave while here in my care. Do tell me you are still with me here.
Oh, sorry, I nodded off there.
Indeed. Well, with civility out the window, I suppose I shall have to move on to the next stop on my schedule. Please make me a will save. You feel a cloying warmness roll over your body, and it feels like some kind of cage is wrapped around your brain. Uh, you are somewhat familiar with this. It appears that you are now under the effect of a zone of truth.
Wasn't planning on lying anyway.
He couldn't have known that. We shall begin with what your name is.
That depends on your point of view. That's a more complicated question than you'd think it is.
We shall begin with the name you call yourself by.
Okay, you've got this in the bag. You have several names.
Currently, I'm using the identity Fox in the Shadows.
This is not going to get me very far.
I'm gonna get tortured to death again, and I don't even mind because this is hilarious. I'm gonna piss this guy off so bad.
You feel a warm hand touch your belly briefly. Please make me a
Woohoo!
fortitude save. Oh, this is not going to last very long, is it? And you are now subject to fleshworm infestation.
Awesome.
Hey, dude, that's my thing. Oh, well, that won't kill me, so I don't really care.
Do you announce this out loud?
Nope.
Okay. And your name?
Again, that's much more complicated a question. You really need to be more specific.
What name would I use were I to summon you from another plane?
Well, in that case, you'd use my true name. I don't know what that is.
And what name could I use if I were to resurrect you after this session?
I already told you, Fox of the Shadows would be suitable.
Very well, Fox. Are you working with anyone else here in the city?
Working with? No.
Working in
People-
the company of.
People work for me.
Who do you have working for you here in the city?
I don't feel the need to answer.
Well, that at least is genuine. The fleshworm infestation continues to work its way through your gut. Let's see here. What does he have to raise the stakes on you?
I love that. I love the flesh worms. That's fun stuff. Oh yeah, I should be making saves every round unless you're making them.
Let's see here. Point damage, dex damage. Sickened, staggered. Yeah, it'll work you down slowly, but he's got plenty of time to continue questioning you.
So are you making the saves or should I make them?
Go ahead and make a couple. I don't. All I'm saying is I don't think it'll have a serious impact.
Nah, but I do need to track my dex damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna open that up in a notepad. How much dex damage have I taken so far?
Let's see here. Right, the 19 was for the zone of truth, so so far you've only taken 2.
And I assume I'm at my normal size again.
So far you have no way of knowing.
Okay, doke. Continue. Just tell me when to pop one.
He's going to change up his techniques to see if he can light a fire under you and get you talking. Fortitude save, please.
You'll find there's very little torture I will succumb to.
That was a bone shatter. You feel the bones in several of your limbs crumble and break, dealing... Lost it. There we go. Heck, and you are exhausted. And I suppose the fleshworm has been doing damage too, but it only does d6 per, right? So another 2 on top of that. And make your save for this round of fleshworm. You're fine on that front. So I suppose you're going to remain repugnant to the very end, aren't you?
Wow, bone shatter, that's cool. I wish necromancy wasn't an opposition school for me. That's good bone breaking you're doing. But you're probably gonna kill me before you get any answers, so whatever.
Well, as I understand the theory of torture, the point is not to actually kill you, but to make the journey there very interesting.
Oh, you're
Are you
doing it.
having
This is very...
fun?
I'm learning a lot.
Hmm.
My bones really hurt. Kudos.
All right then. Do you have any particular fears for the afterlife?
I don't worship any particular god. I'm probably going to be going to hell. I'll see you there.
What, hell itself? You are ambitious. I wonder. Where is that? You hear a muttering in the darkness, and nothing seems to happen.
Did he
After
cast magic missile into the darkness?
he did not. What, no cries of pain or anything? Well, you are a vicious thing, aren't you?
Yeah, you could say that.
Go ahead and make a spellcraft check. What you just heard was the vocal components of blasphemy.
Ah,
Well then, I suppose we could simply go at this all day, and eventually you would probably find some patron in the lands beyond. Or
if you
I
strike
could
me down now, I will return much more powerful.
Or I could see if you have any real fears that you're able to worm your way around telling me. Do you recognize this? And as he says that, a very dim light illuminates a table that's just within your peripheral vision off to the right.
No,
And you
my
can,
pet bunny.
and
Sorry.
on the table is one of your tuning forks. The one to the positive energy plane.
Okay, send me out of this room. I probably have a better chance on the positive energy plane than I do here, so do me the favor, please.
You know, it is always so nice to have a nice, frank conversation with people. Always immediately what they have on their minds, no disguises, no filtering, just the plain and simple truth.
I find the zone of truth makes things less fun.
Well, you find your entertainment where you can. Go ahead and make me a linguistics check.
Yay, you're talking to the only guy who ever takes it.
Not true.
Oh, you have some?
Let's see, I think I have plus 13 linguistics. So 6
Mhm.
ranks in it.
I have mine maxed.
Nice.
I have a plus 33 to linguistics.
When
Let's
asked for
roll a
your list of
41.
languages spoken, you point to the list of languages.
Pretty much. I'm actually running out of them in the standard thing. There's only like 5 or 6 I don't speak.
Back in just a second.
I actually have 2 points in linguistics myself.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I could speak every language I could summon.
I wanted to make sure I could forge things if I needed to. Forgeries are countered by linguistics, and almost nobody takes them, so... I can forge official documents all day.
Good, you might need some to get these other two out of jail.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
We were attacked. What fault are we at?
No, I'm the holiest person in the city.
You,
Karazin might get
you
out for a
destroyed
while,
a
but I'm
perfectly
getting
good
out.
bed.
Yeah, I'm tied up. Don't have any of my my possessions. Unless this guy's stupid enough to give me back my robe and my items, I don't expect to be getting out of this. So my next character is a shadow mage.
Oh, that's gonna
You should
stay
make
a
a
running
scald.
joke for years, ain't it?
Pretty much.
Okay. So, you've been talking to him long enough that despite whatever my voice may sound like, you're beginning to become aware that this guy has he's speaking common fluently, but he definitely has a dwarven accent.
Oh, it's this guy. Yay! Found him.
I don't think you
Word.
found that easy.
Time to send the bat signal.
You have the pet signal?
I can summon bats.
Yes, it's in his pants, wherever they are.
If only I could get my hands free, that I could summon a Rift of Ruin. If I thought I actually had the chance, I would be squirming against this still.
Mhm. All right. So you don't fear your death. You don't fear the gruesome end on the plane that you definitely seem to use quite often from the looks of wear on this thing. You don't
It's
fear.
a nice bright place.
Mm, you don't fear the truth, and you have more than enough stories to cover your identity despite it. I wonder if you fear your mortality, however. And you feel another touch glance across your belly. There's no save for this one.
Oh, and how many more flesh worms have I had to take?
Roll 3 more, please. You're doing fine. There is
Same
no
thing.
save for this spell. You feel your skin wither a little bit, and you feel wrinkles form on your forehead. And if you the spellcraft check for exactly that.
Yeah, the spellcraft check to see what spell it is, since I'm being affected by it.
Yeah, it's you recognize the vocal components of Sands of Time. You feel you're 20 or 30 years older.
Wow, that is cool. If I survive this, will you teach me that?
I somehow suspect that we're not going to be on the same side of any conflict if you do get out of this. So let's reserve this at no.
Oh, you're no fun.
And neither are you. I do admire your resilience. This is certainly an impressive spectacle for anyone who cared. Well, I suppose I have one more question while you're still under my influence. Do you have any last words?
None that spring to mind. Fuck that. Damn that time traveling wench.
Very well. I believe you shall be quite pleased to know that this should be relatively painless.
Now you're really no fun.
Did I put that, Regent? You feel a gust of wind, and then there's silence in the room.
Unfortunately, I don't think I have any spells prepared that are purely vocal components.
Dumb question. Can you still shift?
No, I tried that already. Well,
Because
yeah,
does it actually move you anywhere? Because shift inside of him is one last glorious attempt to explode him.
He attempted a shift and he didn't move. He could probably make the educated guess that he's under a dimensional lock or dimensional anchor.
I'm still going to I'm gonna take the just one sec. Yeah, shift didn't work. I think dimensional steps is a spell like those. Yeah, it is, so I can't even attempt that.
You hear a distant muffled, "Found it!" There's a gust of air.
Well, you know what?
Yep.
I'm going to it can't hurt to attempt to shift again. And I'll attempt more escape artists while he's got his back turned.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many, so I'm just gonna throw up 10 and take the first many.
You have time. Right.
Yeah, I'll just throw up 10 and take as many as I actually have time for. None of them are gonna be any good unless this guy's grapple is really, really shitty.
Yeah, and no matter how poor his grapple may have actually been, he actually formed those bands over your body, so it's based on his caster level, which is fairly good. And you hear some shifting and muttering in the dark. Don't worry, I'm sure you will see your friends soon, if all goes well for me. And then a large number of freezing cold bolts of something solid and slick pierce into your body. I know your check is good enough. He's hurling unholy ice javelins into your body over and over. Don't suppose you have any more gambits to try escaping with, do you?
Oh well, kill me if you must. Now you'll never find out the location of all the treasures I have stashed in my magic mansion.
I imagine I'm going to find that out soon enough.
If I die, my mansion dies with me and takes all of my stuff with it. See if I can play on his curiosity.
Unfortunately, he is under some time pressure, so he is not going to entertain his curiosity before he's killed you. Wait a minute, you're the one with 22 con, aren't you?
Yep. Although, yeah, without my item, I only have 16 con.
Okay. Just a second. Some unspeakable time passes during which if you were aware of it, you'd drift between different afterlives, and then suddenly there is a pale light, and you're pulled into it, and you find yourself pinned to a wall, strapped down at your head, neck, chest, hips, ankles, arms, and you feel like your body's a foreign place to you. And you hear a question spoken from the darkness. What is your name? Be aware, for role-playing purposes, you are currently under the influence of Speak with Dead.
Okay, just let me check out the rules for that.
Your alignment is the same as theirs, so you had no save.
Oh, he killed me and he's using Speak with Dead to interrogate me more. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I kind of expected it.
The answers are brief, cryptic, or repetitive, especially if the creature would have opposed you in life.
You still
Potato.
had to try.
That's fucking awesome. I have to admit, that is awesome. You see, I should learn necromancy so I can. I really should. I really should use this, learn the spell, even though I have necromancy as an opposed school, just so I can pull this trick later.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody like Lindahl isn't going to let being completely destroyed and sent to hell stop him from coming back.
I suppose not.
Not to mention, unless Fulton learns otherwise, he will get a true resurrection going.
Mm.
Then I just need to get all my stuff, and my spellbook unfortunately costs like 13,000 gold, so yay.
Fun. Actually, what occurs to me is that Fulton will truly resurrect you, and then he'll be like, huh, why was he in hell?
Yeah!
It's been odd. You got something you want to
And
admit?
then he'll detect my alignment.
Pretty much.
Hey, buddy. What's with this pale red aura?
What, I'm evil, I didn't tell you?
Why did I just spend a lot of money in diamond dust on you?
So, how do you answer, what is your name?
Batman.
You think I'm more inclined to answer you after you killed me? Bite me.
Suppose I should have erased your memory first, but
Yeah, you
Something-
should have, dumbass.
some things are not particularly within my reach. I'm working on that.
I will claw my way back from the grave and take my revenge, you realize.
I'm sure you would, but you're not going to have a grave.
It's a figure of speech. Any more questions you need to ask me? My pet's name? My favorite food?
How about the precise planar coordinates of this mansion you tried to brag about?
I'm under no obligation to answer any of your questions.
But thank you for the second chance to mock you.
Although
Well-
I am sort of pissed off that you're going to kill my friend Tabley. He's a talking table. I'm unimaginative with names.
Indeed. Well, I suppose all I have to do is wait for your precious mansion to cease its existence and then spill out its contents wherever it happens to have been. I just need to watch the lost and found reports in town. I suppose I could always just keep an eye on the watch's treasury. Never been very good at hiding that sort of thing. Very well. I hope you enjoy Oblivion. You seem to invite it so. And there is a green ray out of the darkness.
Yay, green.
A
There are
thin
worse
green
colors.
ray.
There are worse colors to go out on.
The next day, a magic table approaches my party.
Aye.
And they hack it to death because of the bed.
Yeah, we probably would.
Lindell's
At this
been
point, we get
killed!
really paranoid about every object wherever we are.
Moving furniture, dead.
Lindell didn't summon the mansion. I got spelled out.
I have no home. No purpose. I'm a sick, twisted abomination.
So, Lindall, do you have any kind of contingency sitting around?
No, I'm going to the boneyard.
I have a song for this. It's more a jail song, but
I went down to Boneyard gonna meet some friends of mine.
In a
Oh.
ring of fire.
I just kept thinking about Grim Fandango.
Da-da-da.
I think this is it.
Yes, Lindall, you find yourself in front. You find yourself in front of a travel agency man who's trying to sell you a ticket on the number 9.
There we go.
Oh, stop it. I'm not going anywhere. Although if I do go to hell, I have the chance to become a demon.
You mean a devil?
Yeah. I don't think hell's where I'd go either. Hell's neutral evil, I'm pretty sure.
No, hell's lawful, the abyss is chaotic, and was it Gehenna? Is it the Gehenna or Tartarus was neutral? Assuming that Pathfinder works the same as 3.5 and that sort of thing.
I'm fairly
not
sure they
anymore.
renamed a couple of them. I mean, there's
Mhm.
not many names you can use for the lawful evil realm, but I'm pretty sure they changed the neutral evil one.
And you're neutral evil, are you?
I'm lawful evil.
Okay, hell it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure hell is this established lawful evil plane, because devils are
Yeah,
still
that's where
lawful evil.
Asmodeus lives, yeah.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Which is hell, as horrible afterlives go, that one is actually probably the most workable, I guess.
Abaddon is the name of the neutral evil one for
There
Pathfinder.
we go.
It's Abaddon, not Gehenna.
I knew
okay.
that was a name of one of them, but I didn't know which one. Okay. Good.
Actually,
Goes to hell, becomes Pit Fiend, returns to us. Hey guys!
well, no, I could.
Hell's pretty cool as it turns out. I mean, as long as you're an evil dick a lot.
Yeah, death isn't gonna stop me. I can just go to hell and build my power base from there and come back at an unspecified time later.
Great, now this
I shall
character's gonna
have my
come back and just...
non-specific revenge at an unspecified point in time in the future.
So wait, now we have 2 player characters as villains?
Apparently. Be nice
Possibly.
if they appeared at the abyss and worked together.
Nah, I'm just. I don't plan on stopping playing this character if we can resurrect him somehow.
Roger that.
Well, first find out you're dead, and then, you know.
For fairness' sake, you did kind of run off without the party, sticking your face inside someone else's business repeatedly.
That's what I do. It's what I'm going to continue to do.
And it
fair,
is
that-
kind of what we needed him to do.
Well, no, he didn't need to stick his face in, like, the nobles district, though. He already had information,
Yes, he
didn't
did.
he?
That was the only lead we had.
I thought your
Yeah.
lead was, like, some specific guy. I didn't think he had
Yeah,
a...
when
To
he
be
was mansion.
fair, the lead
Yeah,
could have been you saw what happened, then tell us, and then we go.
I guess.
But yeah, now actually that's probably a good hook to get me back, because if all the mansion's contents spill into the street, that means my intelligent table does, and it can run and find you guys. Then you know to resurrect me, and then
Again,
and
we
then
hope
we
that
know
we
where
don't
he
We're
kill
is.
it.
murdering the table.
We probably would kill the table. We've had some bad experiences with, like, objects. We see a table roaring at us, we're like, ah, it's happening again.
We hear a table just generally talking. It's going to get stabbed. And shot. And thrown into the sky.
And stabbed and shot some more.
Anyways, let's see here. I don't have enough time to work through what's happening when you guys reach the Red Armory.
Give me a bath and I get my shit back.
I miss my sword.
I can't do anything for you on that front. I mean, we can scour the place, but it's the sewers. Actually, our best bet is for you to use a spell to find it, because that is actually an opportunity. You can probably use discern location or whatever it is to locate it. It's one of the scenarios where it's actually something you could do about it. Or talk to a wizard, because I'm going to be talking to a wizard. Obviously, the theme of this campaign is sewer.
I assume the
That's an
status
easy
spell
word.
ended a while ago.
The
It ended when
status
you got
spell
taken.
ended when you got mind blanked shortly after you were taken.
You probably peeled that off you.
He'd probably assume I'm dead then.
Well,
yeah,
after a
Fulton,
certain amount of time. Yeah.
yeah, Fulton detected you suddenly change position by like several miles, and then go unconscious, and then go off his radar completely less than 2 minutes later.
We assume
Yeah,
you're
that-
very dead.
Yeah, everybody probably assumes I'm dead. They don't really need a hook to true res me.
Well, we can try and true res. Well, what's going to happen is we'll probably try and true res you just in the case you're dead, and it turns out you are dead, so you pop and so on.
Now
You folks are gonna need to see a man about alone.
I think I might actually have the money for that.
Am I looking over my coinage? I don't know.
Grazin, 127. Fulton,
It-
7731. Chenalar, 10997.
Nope, 25,000. Between all of us, but...
If you find Lindahl's
I don't like him that
spilled out
bad.
on the street, then you'll have enough twixt y'all.
Wait, we know where his mansion is, don't we?
No,
No.
you don't. He moved
Oh.
it from outside the door to the Festering Rat to somewhere in the Marble District, and you don't know that he moved it to the Marble District.
wait, how do you go about becoming a ghost?
Unfinished business.
Which I suppose that does qualify for.
Yeah, but it takes at least a week and a place to haunt. Like, you need a week to manifest your body, and you need, like, that's the thing about ghosts. They need a place to haunt that's, like, specific to them. You could theoretically haunt your own mansion, but that's going to disappear in a while, so that doesn't work. You can't haunt where you are now because you don't know where you are. You actually have to know where it is.
And actually, discern location is not as useful as you'd hope for finding a lost item, because all it's going to give you is the name of the location to the
Find the path, maybe? I
nearly.
don't know.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
only lets
the-
you find notable locations. I think you're going to have to actually fall scrying on it.
Yeah, we might need to scry the thing.
Anyway,
Well-
anybody who like any cleric who's wants to res somebody they're not sure is dead would just use an augury.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that they're actually dead first.
Yeah,
Where
but
they
the wisest
burn all
course of
this
action.
incense.
I think there's a spell that lets you speak, a cleric spell that lets you speak to dead people even if you don't have their remains. I'm gonna look through them.
Mm. If we have something like that, we could use it on you before we resurrect you and ask you, hey, where's your mansion, buddy? Actually, resurrecting you would be the shorter way, but we might not have the money.
And I assume you'd want a true resurrection, not just a resurrection.
Well,
Actually, we can't do resurrection, can we?
No,
He has no body. He disintegrated.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you could talk to me and figure out where my body is, you could do a resurrection, and that would be cheaper. I think we could actually afford that if you could collect the money I have on me.
Let's see here. The remains of a creature hit by a disintegrate counts as a small portion of its body, so resurrection, the 10,000 GP one, does leave them with a negative level, but that's curable.
There's no way we could find your body, because number one, they're smart enough to dispose of the ash pile. Number two, we don't even know where your ash pile is, because you don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't see any way for us to retrieve your body, short of like some kind of scrying spell. And even then,
We have found a pile of dust. We're going to assume it's our friend. Nope, that was just some rat droppings.
okay, let's try this pile.
This will
Like,
not get
he probably
expensive
just
at
picked up the
all.
pile of dust and just hurled it in like the river, and there you go.
Really is too bad I don't have Miracle. But then I'd rather not pay the experience cost, so...
It doesn't have XP costs. It's gold
Oh,
costs.
does it?
They removed all XP costs from Pathfinder because
I
they're
keep
sort
thinking
of
of
bullshit.
3.5. I've been playing at 3.5 game the last week, so yeah.
Mm.
They still had XP costs in 3.5?
Oh,
Yep.
yes, they did.
Oh, I
Well,
thought they.
irritating
I
thing.
thought they did. I knew they had it in third, but I thought they ditched it with 0.5.
No, still there.
It's mostly just for the big stuff like Wish and Miracle.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Pathfinder got rid of them because they're a huge pain in the ass to keep track of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you're actually doing level per module.
Yeah. Well, so the situation is, we're all going to be arrested. Only one of us is free, and one of us is dead. Our first adventure
This drunk
sucks.
turned out well.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, second adventure. We're not very good at this.
Hey, I'm
That or
fine.
this city just sucks.
Yeah, Shadowlar's been fine. She's just been watching all this happen to you guys.
Sorry, I'm physical and have no magic. That kind of makes me the fall guy for this stuff. I was heroic, damn it. I saved a man from a horrible mimic by leaping into a sewer. And fetched and found him. I don't know how I found him, but I found him.
You realize that he's probably going to learn about the whole salsa incident now.
There's no way he didn't figure it out. Number one, that gun has gone through more shit the past couple of days than he'd ever be able to tell when it was fired on that day.
I'd like to raise the point, who else in this city has a gun like that?
It's a blunderbuss. I mean, it's a
I'm
really
sure you
powerful
guys are going to find
blunderbuss,
out.
but-
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and make a guess of 0 to 5 people.
Here's the thing.
No,
it's a
it's gonna be
powerful
one.
blunderbuss, I'll grant you that, but they have no way of telling how powerful the blunderbuss was. Like, they know it's a blunderbuss. But just from the Chunky Salsa incident, there's no way to tell. I didn't use magic bullets or anything, so that's
Pull the
how.
trigger, aim at a training dummy, see what happens.
One
Yes,
day
I'm-
before,
But that
hear
would be the same
gunshots
thing
at
if you
guard
used any
station.
blunderbuss.
1 day later, hear gunshots at inn. It's not exactly a big correlation.
I'm so sure that all of those pieces of salt you left embedded in the walls totally don't look at all like the salt in your pockets.
I'm not letting them search my ass.
I don't think you have a choice in that one.
Okay, they start strip searching me, I'm going to start protesting to you. Because there you have just, it's one thing if they take us downtown for questioning about the matter. It's another thing if they start strip searching you for no goddamn reason.
Depends on
The
their
reason
law.
of there being gunshots. And it's
Okay,
their
you've
city
established there was
guard.
gunshots. Is there anyone dead since a mimic? No, you were there, you saw it. It's not a question of whether or not I'm innocent in the matter. I am innocent in the matter. I haven't killed anyone today with that gun.
Today.
The problem is, Alton is just going to be like, okay, you're innocent. Who cares if they search you? Unless you're
Because I'm not innocent for another thing.
Oh, well then I guess they better search you because I don't like you if you're not innocent.
I'm totally innocent. I haven't killed anyone today. I'm gonna have to put that on a poster, dude. Anyways,
I'm innocent of what they're accusing me of. They can accuse me of something else later, but right now...
Brad, I will be in touch by email to figure out what we're doing next on your front.
I'm sure I'm innocent of something.
Well, if these bozos can't get me out of this, I'm going to just have to go to hell and claw my way out myself.
Well, like I said, I don't feel there's any real way they could tell my... Yes, it's a blunderbuss, I get that, but there's no real way to tell. It's just all conjecture. Just like, oh, he owns a blunderbuss. Clearly he did it.
They all,
Yeah,
you were also
Racist
yeah.
assholes.
You're also assuming they don't, they don't just go on conjecture.
And
Also the
you
fact that you
totally
spoke with the
weren't
guard
talking
captain.
to a guard captain about releasing a young boy just a half hour before someone burst into the armory with a gun and released the young boy.
All conjecture, you have no proof.
Yeah.
I could sell my soul to something. If I get what I want, it doesn't matter anyway.
They haven't a shard of proof, and I just saved a man's life. If they throw me to jail, I'm escaping, and I'm not going to be happy.
Thing is, that man's life you saved, he's gonna be right behind them and throwing you in jail.
I might take my saving back then.
I'm throwing you back in a sewer. Rah, rah, rah.
You have to be able to actually move me first.
Blowout shot. How's your
Well,
reflex
just
save?
find some bed sheets. I know those work.
Fucking mimics.
I could just
I broke
write
the
up-
law to save you and to save a young boy's innocence.
Yeah,
Why am I the bad guy?
Because you turned someone into salsa.
On accident!
Doesn't mean much.
Means a
I just-
bunch.
it took me a week to write this character up. I don't want to write a new one right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took me like a day with Fulton.
Yeah, spells are a bitch.
Day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, spells are definitely a lot harder. I'm just hoping that they're not going to put two and two together. They will, but I'm hoping they're not going to have any solid evidence of any kind, assuming Fulton doesn't decide, oh, I'll just betray my ally and tell them everything.
See, that could happen if he's
Law.
told that, someone was turned into salsa by gunshots. And he knows you broke someone out of prison.
Well, at the moment, all Fulton knows is that I kinda sorta accidentally had to shoot someone to death.
Actually, I don't think he's even been told that.
No, all I told you is that it got messy.
Yeah, he did. When he met up with you after the in the Street of 1,000.
Oh, that's right, I did tell you. Because I didn't
right
want to,
before, right before Shinalar received that dire portent on the back of a silver pendant that cost a whole gold piece.
Mm.
I don't recall
Yeah, I did
this.
tell you that, yes, I had done that, and it was necessary to free a child, and you were grumbling and saying stuff about, like, if the whole party is like this, I may have to just kill everyone and start
Well,
over.
I don't remember death being explicitly mentioned. I remember the rest of it, but I think we might have glazed over a little bit.
Yeah, because I've been very specific so far that if Fulton learns that he's killed anyone that was, not actively trying to kill him or something, there wouldn't be pleasantries.
I mean, I remember distinctly not having she elaborate.
Yes.
Much.
She's not going to fill in any gaps that Garazum doesn't trip over himself.
How much money is on my character?
Yeah,
how much money did I have left over?
was 12,000 something. 1 second, I have to start map tools back up.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just
Well,
Yeah.
worst case scenario, Fulton betrays Gorzin, they throw him in jail, Gorzin escapes, and that's that.
well, it's an easy out would be to just spend
There we go.
an
You
easy out.
had 12,413.5.
It's just an easy out would just be to retroactively say I bought Clone and had it in my spell book and cast it at some point. Then I'm still screwed because I don't have my spell book or anything. But that's probably the easiest out for that.
Sorry, you bought and cast at some point what?
The spell clone. You create a clone of yourself, and if you die, you go back to it.
Ah,
It's a necromancy spell, but I could. Yeah, its
if you're not
duration is
worried about
instantaneous,
spell
too.
slots that day, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
So,
see here.
that would be doable. I'd still have the huge problem in that he has all my stuff, but at least I'd be able to keep up my Mage's Magnificent Mansion with. Oh, I don't have my bonded ring either. So he'd have all my stuff. I won't be able to cast spells until we get my stuff back. But that's much less of a problem than being dead.
Hmm.
Like I have the money on me that I could have had the materials the supplies and the focus costs and the spell. So
Oh, here's something. When the clone is completed... Oh wait, it must be grown in a laboratory for 2d4 months.
yeah,
But when it's completed, the original soul enters it immediately if the creature's already dead. Yeah. Useful to a certain extent.
The negative levels can be cured. It's the same as raised dead, but only in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do it for negative levels are no problem.
I'm amazed this isn't on the alchemist list at like level 6.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd
I
have
know
to
there's
grow another one.
There's a discovery for basically the same thing, but I guess making it an extract would be nonsensical.
Actually, I think alchemists specifically have an archetype that lets them do clones and tumors and weird shit.
They have a discovery, a grand discovery that does it.
I know that. I'm saying there might be an archetype that has specifically the spell clone as well. Like they go crazy with it.
Yeah,
On
I'd
their
also
clones
have
kind
to.
of thing.
I'd also have to get gentle repose, but
Well, so in conclusion, today's session has officially declared itself tits are up and we're in trouble. Mostly in the case of Bombard and the currently very screwed. There goes his name again.
I've technically
Lindell.
come out of this richer so
Lindell.
far. I could just leave.
You probably could.
Fault
Like I
is
said,
the
at
best
least-
time traveling with a party.
Worst case scenario, Gorus is thrown in jail and he escapes because he can escape jail. He might have to kill, Fulton to get out of jail, but such is the existence of guy who does not understand lawful is more important than good.
Well,
Salsa, good.
Salsa accident.
You still salsa someone.
And I fully intend to resurrect him once we have a situation where our primary target is no longer...
Here's
once
a
our primary
question.
target's in hand, I'm totally going to go over there and life victim and apologize and pay my dues, but,
Why? You were already seen in the presence of, the Holy Vindicator. Why didn't you just tell Fulton to go resurrect the guy?
I didn't think he could.
He's a cleric.
I don't know how powerful a cleric he is. He's never shown any, serious, clericiness. He's mostly run over and hit things.
hey,
Mostly
you
because
don't
there's
happen
some-
to know that spell where someone comes back to life because you kind of screwed them over with bullets.
Actually, this conversation sounds familiar. I swear we had this already, where he's like, yes, because, you did, I told
No,
you
we've
that I
had this
killed
conversation
someone.
out of character.
Oh. Well, we need to have it in character, because,
Uh-huh.
yes, he killed someone, but he can't just come to you and be like, okay, go resurrect him, because, number one, how would you know that happened until someone actually tells you? B, that might reveal us to our enemy, and, we have to be subtle about this stuff. Yes, I regret killing someone. Yes, I plan on paying and or getting you to resurrect him, but we can't just do that now.
I'm
Trust
still
me,
waiting. I'm still waiting for the moment to pull out greater angelic aspect. That should probably get a good idea of how powerful cleric he is across.
So, Brad.
Actually, right now, I'm pretty sure Gorz, I think he might be a paladin. Anyway.
He does act like one.
I'm just looking through the stuff.
Yep. Bonded items. You can remake them if they're lost or destroyed, right?
Yeah, but it costs 500 gold and takes 2 weeks.
Ah. Well, there is the risk of losing the trail there, isn't there?
I don't know about you, but I still have my trail ready to go,
Yeah,
depending on how long this takes.
Yeah.
And waiting probably isn't a great idea since we've been here, what,
sorry,
2
it
days, and
takes-
we're making this big a fuss already?
It takes 1 week and 200 gold, sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually not so bad.
Yeah, sort of, I'm looking through other spells. I think clone is the only way to bring people back like that.
Without having someone else actively recognize that they need to resurrect.
Yeah, I'll have to look through the other wizard spells, but that's a level 8 spell, so...
So you do have access to it, yeah.
I have access to it, I have the money, and if I was thinking, I probably... If I was thinking better during character, more like my character and smarter, I probably would have prepared a contingency in case this happened.
Mm-hmm. That would be a good explanation for the bravado you had in the face of torture. If you strike me down, I shall become somewhere else. Fuck you.
I
Well,
just wish clone didn't suck so bad, really.
this could theoretically have gone worse, but I'm not sure how.
Of course,
Well,
it could have gone
Fulton
worse.
could have died.
Fulton could have died.
Yeah. That could have happened. I think in terms of going better, you couldn't have gotten, well, in this session, there's no way you getting caught, so the only kind of better thing I can think of is Garson just doesn't go inside and waits for their fuss to be over, I suppose.
Yeah, that might have been better.
Of course, then you would have asked, where were you?
Yeah.
And your whole, like, a bed attacked me and then a dwarf saved me is kind of hard to, believe when there's no bed and no dwarf.
What's all that creaking in the other room? If you needed some alone time, you could have told me to leave so you could have some alone time.
Oh. Anyway,
Yeah.
I gotta get off.
So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the only easy out I see for this.
Toodles.
Night.
See you later.
The spell would cost 1,500 to cast, and I'd have to pay whatever it costs to put in your spell book.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna go and get more tissues because my nose has been running all day.
Yep, I'll see you next week.
Next week.
See you guys.
Yep.
Bye, Z's.
Yep. So I. You'd also need somewhere to keep it, and I don't imagine it would be very safe for you to keep that laboratory in your potentially bamfs out of existence if something goes horribly wrong mansion.
If I had the extra money on me, I'd also buy a second spell book, but yeah. Which is something I thought about doing and thought, nah, no one's gonna take my spell book, shouldn't be a problem.
In a more traditional dungeon crawling arc, maybe.
I suppose I could retroactively buy a book that has a few key spells in it.
Well, let's see here. A spellbook only has 100 pages, and each spell takes up a page per spell level, right?
Yeah.
Remember how quickly that adds up for a wizard. So
Yeah, that's why I had a blessed book. It has a couple thousand pages. A blessed book pretty much has enough pages in it that you don't ever need to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing what the cost is. It's 405 gold to put the spell in my spell book. Sorry, 320. I was looking at the level 9. It's level 8.
Okay, so 110? And would you have wanted to keep this this lab in your magnificent mansion, or find someplace that you could rent and set aside well out of harm's way?
Yeah, I'd set that somewhere else. I'd just I'd keep. It'd have to be somewhere that nobody else is going to find. Somewhere that I'd probably carve out with my spells somehow.
Well, it's so far totaling to 1610. If we call the remaining 390 what you need to set up and secure a location for it, then that's a nice even 2,000, and add in whatever cost it would be to get a backup spell book you could keep there with your important spells.
Yeah, I'd probably just keep stuff like greater teleportation and protection spells and stuff. I can work that out later. How much money do I have to work with after securing the location?
After securing the location and buying the clone spell and setting up the cloning lab, that leaves you with 10k 434.5.
Okay, just 1 second. Just so I can make the note quicker, I will make that on using Google Keep. Woo. 10,434.
0.5.
Okay. So what I'm going to do then is save that, and I will I'll buy a spell book and send you all the stuff for it, because yeah, that's just 1 sec. I think a blessed book costs more than that, so I'll probably have to buy a normal spell.
Fortunately, you can't have more than one bonded item at a time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have that problem. Gives me a flat spell failure chance, doesn't it?
I'm just looking it up. If it's lost or destroyed, 1 week. Hours.
Make a concentration check equal to 20 plus the spell's level.
All right, you're at level 17, right?
Yep, I'm just checking what my intelligence is without items. I get +9, so 26, so I can cast up to level 6 spells without trouble.
And level 9 you can, well, yeah, level 9 spells you could still do with just a...
With a 3.
Yeah. So you're not too bad on that front. A novice wizard is completely fucked.
Yeah, luckily I have a little more experience than that. I can't buy so I'll buy one that has just a few of my key spells in it, like greater teleport and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Have to add clone to my list of spells now.
And simply from an out-of-character consideration, you may want to have, a see if you can, with this remaining 10k, manage to also get a half-decent ring to, or something to replace your, that you can declare as your new bonded item.
Yeah, if I have the money, I'm gonna want to have another intelligence boosting item waiting for me too.
Mm-hmm.
He disintegrated my crap, didn't he?
You have no way of knowing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did if you're telling me I need a new patent item.
I think you'll have a hard time going up against someone like this without some kind of potency. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out what spells are the most important for me to have. I'll polymorph any object probably, and Mage's Magnificent Mansion. Yeah, I figure his underground lab will be somewhere accessible only by teleport, somewhere in Alastria.
That would be not too terribly unreasonable.
And then because I have greater teleport, I can go back to the city. Okay, so yeah, I'll see the money I have left over that be sitting in my hiding spot, and I'll get back to you during the week sometime.
Alright, just pop me an email whenever.
Okay, have a good night.
See you later.